Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Peace Dealer, aka Magic Mike, for those of you who really know. All right. Perfect. Welcome to another episode of Transit Talk, where we will be uncovering the mystery of perhaps one of the most incredible Mars transits we will be having. All right, perfect. Cool. AUD, okay. All right, thank you guys for your patience. Welcome, Barty. Thank you for your super chat. Like I said, this Mars transit is geared towards being perhaps one of the most incredible Mars transits that we will ever have, if not already had. So, keeping that in mind, we are going to do a ceremony. By the way, show me some love. Please hit that like button. If you haven't hit it already, hit that. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me find out you're watching this and you haven't even subscribed to my channel. Please hit that subscribe button. It'd be the best thing you've ever done today. And I should say this more, but click that bell. Click that bell. It needs more cowbell, but click that bell. Once again, as soon as we step into Aries season, you will be notified the week of when I'm going to go live. You will get a schedule of releases that week. I'm going to be running this more like an actual channel. Other than that, though, Mars represents willpower and action, but most importantly, desire. And so the calm before the storm, for sure. And so be very mindful, because Mars transits do a whole lot to time and activate the actual essence of energies. That means before Mars conjuncts it still exists. It's still in play, but Mars actually pushes the boulder down the hill, if that makes sense. The ceremony that we're going to do now that Mars is like in Capricorn and trining Uranus, it's just to connect all our energies. And then while we're connected, as simply as it takes, as much as focusing, all we're going to do is just make an intention. When you make an intention and you focus on that intention, you're combining Mercury and Mars. And then the actual action of this intention is Mars. Do you act impulsively? Your Mars is probably in Aries. Do you act strategically? Your Mars is probably in Virgo and Scorpio. Is it impossible to act strategically if your Mars is in Aries? Not at all. but one with their Mars in Scorpio, Virgo, or Capricorn is going to have that much more strategy at hand available to them. Whereas a more instinctual or impulsive approach will be had for Aries. The Mars series is in production. And for those of you with Moon in Pisces in the 12th house, I recently just finished recording it. I think it's one of the best in the series. I just need to finish shooting a few scenes and we lit. But once again, the ceremony is all about, the ceremony is going to be about, once again, being in a position to just make an intent. What's up, Big Empress Energy? I notice you guys are sending super chats now. So please look at the description box below. We are going to do super chat. The minimum now is 20 for 3 cards. Instead of 1 card reading, I'm going to do past, present, future. So make sure you look at that. Anything below will be considered a donation. So just making sure we're clear on that. Before you do send any super chat, please make sure you look at the description box below, just so we're clear on the rules of that. But other than that, no worries. I was going to say this at the end, but I noticed a lot of you were starting to send it right now. So thank you guys. But yeah, I also have an extra option for Oracle cards that I'll be pulling. But once again, all that we're going to do for this ceremony is simply to just set an intention. We're going to connect our energy and we're going to tap into our greatest ambition. We're going to have a vision of what our greatest accomplishment is so that we can evoke what that feels like. You're going to determine and find out what that feels like. You're going to make your intentions with all of us and charge your focus and will and desire towards that, feeling that. And then we're going to leave this broadcast and take action off of everything you've intended. And you need to, every time before you take action on whatever you do, you need to conjure up that feeling. Thank you, Carrie Ann. You need to conjure up that feeling that you felt, okay? And then do whatever you do based on that. Because this transit officially kicks off tomorrow/tonight once the moon enters Capricorn. The moon is at the tail end of Sagittarius. It's about to enter Capricorn, and you are going to feel the power, okay? And because all this energy is in Earth, the practical essence of this energy is going to ground a lot of these astrological principles, and it's going to do a lot to kill skepticism in any and everybody. So that at this point, if you're skeptical, it's because you're either being an idiot or you're just wanting to be, okay? Yeah, I said that. But other than that, before I start this transit talk, let's keep it real. I'm going to say a statement, and the statement is this. At a subtle level, this applies if you also have Pluto and Scorpio. At a subtle level, there is a subtle subconscious influence that is poking, aggravating, and irritating your soul, your spirit. It should feel like subliminal shots are being taken at you to trigger your emotions. Please comment a fire sign emoji if this is true. This is manifesting in insecurities, doubts, and you literally picking up on impressions from others that expose a darker side of reality. I need to know if this is true, because the way some of you may be feeling this could shake you up, and it's geared towards irritating the butt crack out of you. I just wanted to say butt crack. It's geared towards irritating the ish out of you. So before I start this transit, I just wanted to make sure we're clear that As we can clearly see, this is happening for everybody. And I want to let you know, Neptune is in Pisces. You are not crazy. You are picking up on a super real influence. And it's not just in your head, okay? What you're picking up on is a whole subconscious war that's been occurring for eons, okay? The subconscious revolution is amongst us. Where, yeah, you have a conscious mind, but it's your unconscious that really rules the day. And people who don't have an adequate control or presence with their subconscious are subject to be possessed by darker influences that manipulate and pimp the darkness in their hearts and use them as a puppet and vessel to spread negativity. I've said this before, and I'm going to say this again. You are a sovereign being. If you are letting negativity trigger you and affect you, you don't have to be perfect, but you need to address this, okay? You under no circumstance should be letting any negativity trigger you beyond just experiencing it. So if you're letting it trigger you, that means at some level deep inside, you believe the naysayers. And let me make this more realistic. In a given day, wherever you are, you'll find, by the way, I want you to comment a fire sign emoji if the following statement I'm about to say is true. You only feel this in response to you using your heart in any way. Whenever you express your true thoughts, whenever you express your true character, whenever you do anything that seeks to expand your spirit as a counterforce, there's negativity to contract that, almost as if it's hating. This is chemistry. This is pure energetics. Light casts a shadow. The light that you are expressing by being yourself is being counteracted by a dark force in order to undermine and lower that light. And how does that dark force do that? If you notice, it's instantly. This is why our enemy is not flesh and blood. You can be mad at the person whose vessel is doing this, but it's deeper than that. It's a spiritual war. And so this dark force is compressing, counteracting, and hitting your self-esteem in order to dim your shine. And so this is where you can't play victim and be like, oh, there's a spiritual war coming out. No. You're literally way more powerful than that. So it's okay if you're fighting the good fight. But if you are letting that negativity trigger you at some core level within you, you believe that you're not important. You believe the negativity that's being thrown at you. And that under no circumstance should you ever allow that. Because the whole purpose of this irrational, unconscious negativity is meant to combat the light that your heart naturally expresses. That's why I say you need to be extra. If people want to act like you're shining your light too bright, you need to blind them. You'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Is my light making you uncomfortable? Hold on, let me shine brighter. You're clearly not blind yet. Yeah, if you think that I'm gonna dim it just so you can be comfortable, I know that's extra too. There's compromise. We're not compromising. Okay, so speak your truth, fam. Just like A. DeVoe said, this is so very important because this dynamic that I've spoken of, you are now being given the tools from within you to actually combat this. This is Mars squaring Chiron. Remember how I said Chiron's in Aries and we pulling up? We pulling up now. Oh, you said what? Pull up. Oh, you did what? I'm here. What's up? You disrespected me in my set before. I didn't have time. Today I got time, cuz. Today I got time. What's up? And Mars is squaring Chiron in Aries. So it's unavoidable. Oh, you're going to have to deal with it directly. And as soon as tonight into tomorrow, you are feeling the power. And this is why it's very important now that the moon is at the tail end of Sagittarius to visualize and focus appropriately on what energy you're harnessing from within. Okay? And this is where we get into the incredible nature of this transit. Please, once again, hit that like button, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And if you haven't hit that like button yet for some reason. Once again, when you walk in any environment, there are people's conscious minds. People's conscious minds restrain the primal urges that they have. The reason why someone doesn't walk up on you and start humping your leg as primally they were instinctually drawn to, because at the core we're instinctual creatures with a reptilian brain, is because they have a conscious mind to weigh in the consequences of taking those actions. However, it does not stop unconscious biases from being said. When you walk across the street and someone could look at you and consciously they don't mean any harm, but unconsciously, oh, you're fat. Oh, I don't like you. Oh, and listen, this is an unconscious, irrational energy. So there's never a reason why. Some of you get stuck because you're wondering, why would someone do this to me? Why do I keep on getting this negativity? Darkness and negativity is chaotic. It doesn't need a reason. You exist. So that's reason enough. And this is where a transit like this is going to remind you, this is a spiritual war. You are not a human being. That's one of the greatest lies ever. You are a spiritual being in a human form. And so you pick up energy through matter. And what matters is that you're ready to kick ass. Because not only are you taking your power back, but you are throughout this transit evolving your power in a position to realistically lift yourself out of every single perceived obstacle you have ever had since birth. In fact, from now until middle of the year, by the time Mars resets in Aries, you will have lifted yourself out of every obstacle on the condition that you do not wait for a miracle to happen and you do what you got to do. Mars in Aries is retrograding because it represents, okay, I have just evolved my power through Capricorn, and from Capricorn to Aries, cleared away all the BS since birth that I got myself into and then I have to deal with. And then it's going to retrograde in Aries after Venus retrogrades. And this is establishing reevaluation, because now that you've cleared the obstacles, you don't have them anymore. This is opening a whole new path forward while it's in Aries, and you're reevaluating, what do you desire now? Because before, if you had loans to pay, you desire to pay those loans. Well, now those loans are paid. What do I desire now? Reevaluation. We don't have a lot of time until this. A lot of things are going to happen quick, hard, and fast. And to answer your question, Mars is going to retrograde, I want to say, in September. Yep, September 10th, Virgo season, 2020. Okay? I'm going to say this one more time. Many of you have commented fire sign emojis because you are aware and receptive to a negative force that only wants your reaction. If you put yourself in the shoes of a negative force, they're not arguing with you philosophically. You are emitting a positive vibration. Your positivity is nasty to them because the light dispels their darkness. The love from your heart dispels their ignorance. And so if they can get a rise out of you, if they can trigger your insecurities so that you can stop expressing yourself and instead close your heart and start to feel and react negatively, they've won. It doesn't matter if you win an argument against someone who's being used as a puppet to spread negativity. A lot of people be arguing for no reason, just so they could trigger negativity. Like, that is the mission of darkness. Okay? Period. This is very, very, very important. Many of you are going to have to be the bigger person and mind your business. And that requires discernment. Okay? Some of you don't know how to pinpoint this. You can get rid of someone. It's going to manifest in someone else who has an impure heart. So don't take it personally when it comes from other people. Have pity for them that they're allowing themselves to be used by darkness. But you must see, Leo season manifested the strength of our heart. You must focus on your goal and not allow yourself to dim your light because dark forces want to play. It's going to be a sinister energy that you are more aware of because you're harnessing greater power. Before you are harnessing this power, this seeks to defend and protect you. Well, now you're harnessing greater power through this transit, which means you're going to do more, which means you're going to be aware of more, which means you're going to be a bit more sensitive to this dynamic where your forces are trying to get a rise at you. Subliminal shots are being made at you where it hurts. And you need to understand they have every right to take those shots at you because they're going to take direct responsibility and face the consequences for that. You can't make it your problem. If you let it get to you, that means you believe what they're saying. If I call you a loser and you get mad, that means at some level you believe there's any merit to what I'm saying. Because if you are truly secure in yourself, me calling you a loser shouldn't mean anything to you because you know deep down in your heart, you're not a loser. And you know the energy that most people say that comes from a hurt space or comes from them being petty. I'm going to be very, very serious here. Just like my transit talks, yes, shockwave, you literally should laugh at their attacks because this shows that you see where it's coming from. Anyone who is wise, anyone who has integrity in their heart is not going to seek to break you down. They're going to seek to build you up. In this case, it's black and white. There is no excuse for someone doing that. If you're advanced like Nancy, you can even mirror them. They're not going to like you when you start to mirror them. It's going to get kind of chaotic. But keep that in mind because moving forward, there's a level of focus that you're going to need that's militant in nature. And I'm not saying to fake laugh. I'm not saying to laugh at it, but inside you're angry. Like, how dare that? But if it takes time, it's going to take time. You genuinely have to see the hilariousness of this. The fact that you're shining so bright, people literally have to undermine you for no reason. That is kind of funny. Okay. And you are powerful enough to not let this get to you. And so I have to make sure we're clear on that because if you're not clear on that, you're not going to gain from this transit. This is a single defining power evolution that no other generation has ever had. By the way, for those of you who've been waiting for the secret initiation Pluto and Scorpio video, I just shot part 2. And after this live, I'm going to upload it. So get ready. But this is very, 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 very important. Pluto Sag, Pluto Libra, Pluto Virgo. I'm going to get to your videos too. This is very, 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 very important because this requires more focus than you're used to. So, in a nutshell, I just split the deck right now. Do you know what card I pulled? Mars. Okay. Was that a coincidence? By the way, I did this yesterday too, where someone said a lightning bolt and I split the deck and I pulled this. Is that a coincidence? Or is that an expression of supernatural power? I split the deck and I pulled the card that I wanted to pull. Is that a coincidence? When you do it twice in a row, is it still called a coincidence, or is this now a skill? Mars, this electric ball, is going to evolve, awaken, and manifest your ability to do much more than you have ever thought possible. This Mars transit is lasting from February 16th to March 30th. By March 30th, when we're in Aries season, Mars is going to conjunct Saturn in Aquarius. Wow. That means Mars is going to go over the South Node. It's going to go over, do it again. That's hilarious. Now I got this card. Mars, chill on that. Mars is going to go over the South Node. Then it's going to go over Pluto, Jupiter. Then it's going to go over Pluto. And by the time it reaches Saturn, it's going to meet in Aquarius. These conjunctions are initializing cycles, okay? So the cycle that initializes after it goes through Capricorn and systematically evolves how you harness power, it's going to conjunct 0 degrees Aquarius and then manifest what was evolved, expanded, and then awakened, and then contract and constrict, focus itself to a singular point on Aquarius. And the power you have evolved and awakened, you will manifest the knowledge of, so that once we get into Mars and Aquarius, you know how to do the power you've awakened. For example, I split the deck, I got Mars. I did that. Once it goes into Aquarius, I will know the mechanics behind doing it, which is going to add so much more to this energy. But once again, I cannot emphasize enough, the more you venture into the discovery of this power, squaring Chiron and Aries, the more you're going to be susceptible to the influence of the dark force. The reason why absolute power corrupts absolutely is because when you are harnessing a lot of power and you're angry, you can take actions with that power that you can't take back. This is why Moses did not enter the promised land. Moses led the children of God out of Egypt and had to deal with their nagging asses for years. Do you know how difficult it was to have Moses' job? You took people out of slavery and they're all like, oh, we were better as slaves. We barely have any food out here. Okay, you don't have food? Let me talk to God. Look, bread is raining from the sky. Oh, this bread isn't even flavored. This is tasteless bread. To the point where these people are nagging so much, God is like, I'm going to kill these fools. This is in the Bible, by the way. This is not this is in the Bible. Pentateuch, first 5 books. God is like, I'm going to kill these ungrateful mofos. I'm talking about Moses went up to see God. And what's the first thing Moses does when he comes down? He sees that these people are worshiping a cow, Taurus, and he takes the commandments and Moses is a gangster. Moses took the commandments and literally broke the cow with the commandments. He had to go back up the mountain again, and it took him like weeks to get to the top of the mountain and write another tablet of the 10 Commandments. That's something about Moses a lot of people don't really acknowledge. He got the commandments twice. He didn't come down once with the tablet. He came down once, and the one thing he asked, don't worship other gods. People did, and he broke that. Cool. He went back up and got it again. God didn't say anything, okay? God was getting ready to kill these people, and Moses pleaded for the Israelites, please, you just led them out of Egypt. Please don't do this. And then God was like, okay, which is hilarious if you think of the concept of this. I'm just only telling you what's in the Bible. All right. Moses was told by God to strike on the rock once so that the complaining asses Children of God could be fed water, and they were nagging him so much that in his anger, Mars struck the rock twice. Okay? Because he struck it twice, God was like, hey, bruh, you can't go into the promised land. I told you to strike it once. And in your anger, you struck it twice. It is what it is, B. Now, I mean, did Moses get the short end of the stick? He went up to the mountains, and later the devil fought over his body with Archangel Michael. I swear this is all in the Bible. This is ridiculous. But yeah, because of his anger, he was not allowed into the land he led people out of in there. And that could be y'all. That could very realistically be y'all. One moment in time, you let these dark forces in your anger or in their pettiness trigger you. Okay, this could ruin everything. And this is the most important reason why you have to have this healthy sense of confidence within, to where you can be very aware of the dark and negative things people think and feel about you, and you do not let it get to you. It is okay if it does, but you have to actively work towards not being triggered. For my Aries moons, Leo moons, Sagittarius moons, and suns, it's going to be the hardest for you because you react before you can think. This is science. Fire comes before air. You just need to catch yourself. Okay, my Mars and Venus and Aries, you just need to catch yourself. Usa, do not act off your anger. Do not let the sun set on your anger. It is never worth it. Okay, and I am promising you, the dark forces are going to work overtime because we don't have any Leo, we don't have any Sagittarius, we only have Venus and Chiron and Aries. And so you are harnessing power that is going to give you an edge over them. They're going to work overtime to manifest their presence in your life as psychological maladies, insecurities from within coming from you, and also telepathic insight that you gain from others, which is not mystical. Someone's subconscious reflexive response to them not liking what you're wearing. Maybe they don't like your body type. Maybe they don't like your face. This is irrational. Subconsciously, they're going to express those feelings. People hold it back consciously, but you pick up on that subconsciously. Consciously, you may not have heard it, but subconsciously, you receive it. You are a receiver. Input, output. This is science, okay? Your subconscious receives so much input, it doesn't let your conscious mind know because it'll overload your conscious mind. You could apply this psychically. You are constantly picking up on vibes. And it's dark forces that focus these vibes and project negativity that relates to the insecurities of your heart. Okay? You must under no circumstances succumb to this. The reason why I'm saying it like this is so that you don't play the victim and be like, well, other people are psychically attacking me. Other people are psychically attacking me. If you are solid within yourself, people can psychically attack you. It won't affect you. It will only affect, the only way someone can psychically attack you is to take their negativity and flow it through your inner darkness. That's why it manifests into realistic psychological maladies like schizophrenia, like God complexes, like egomania, like depression. Okay. It's a transit like this that's going to let you know no generational curse or any type of negative energy is powerful over you. The reason why you feel it in the first place is because you're that powerful, and this is going to allow you to sort through this. Other than that, I'm going to claim this and make sure we're clear. All this talk about supernatural power and evolution is finally manifesting now. Everything up until this point was to set everything in place and awaken your power, Capricorn, power, cardinal signs, power, 4 elements of power, fire Aries, water Cancer, Libra air, earth Capricorn. The highest level of power that completes this in your character, thus ruling your reputation and also your legacy. This has been 248 years in the making since 1776. Before that, 28 years in the making. And we could even say 56 years in the making since 62 or 58. And then again at 89. And then also 12 years in the making with Jupiter. Everything is set in place so that you can harness unlimited power, respective to you. I want you to think that you're tapping into a source that allows you to bring your powers to their max greatest state. And the only thing that makes it different from each person is that you harness the power, but it expresses itself through your sun sign. And so everyone's going to have ability to harness this power, some more directly than others. But the way this manifests is unique, specific to you. And that's what makes it yours. The way you manifest this. Grounding will help. Okay. Once again, your decision to harness this power is going to make you a target. It's no different than what's been happening to you now, but this is going to be way more direct. Expect uncharacteristic. Okay, you're either already experiencing this or you're about to experience this like right now. Expect uncharacteristic shifts in people's natures and personalities as they directly attack you because some part of their unconscious is reacting to you claiming your power. Expect people who have always looked at you as lower than them to start being offended. Maybe they don't even know why they feel irritated, but it's because you're starting to move in a way that's equal with them, okay? It's not just in your head. You're really picking up that negativity, especially if your sun in Scorpio or your moon and sun on Pluto, you are sensing that negativity directly, okay? Just letting you know that. What you are going to do in this transit is directly confront every single individual energy or force that has a problem with you. This is squaring Venus and Chiron and Aries. It is unavoidable. Whoever wants to smoke, you're about to find out because they're going to bring it to you and you are going to bring it to them. All right? And so by March 30th, you are going to manifest an undeniable evolution and awakening in the way that you harness your power. We know this is true because while it's been in Sagittarius, you've been seeing the effects of Jupiter that evolved Sagittarius and has allowed you to see the causality of your own action through synchronicities, through signs, and through amazing things you've done on your own merit. Are you ready to control this unlimited potential? It's finally here. Shout out to the Capricorns. Y'all gonna be winning too. So when I say, okay, the awakening of your power was Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter, okay? The harnessing of your power is Mars. So the ability to operate power on this infinite level has been awakened. This is what this triple conjunction is for. But the ability to harness that source and to actually exert and express it, Mars is triggering this right now. Let me tell you something. Many people in your life have given their souls to darkness. Many people in your life have traded their soul and integrity to gain clout, money, and power. This is not a conspiracy. It is the truth. Just like you walk in the light and make decisions to walk in integrity, people have gained dark power, power to become extra beautiful and seduce, money and influence in exchange to serve the darkness, in exchange to deceive people, in exchange to mislead people, in exchange to tell people half truths. And so you're going to see the shift. This is what I meant when I said the spies are out here. You have some people who you think they're in your life. because of whatever, they are specifically set to undermine you and to derail you from your path. And you're going to be confronting these people and seeing who's light and who's walking for darkness. Who do you serve? There's a lot of people who claim the name of Jesus, who claim the name of light, who think they're good people, but they serve the darkness. Because in their wake, there's only division, there's only jealousy, there's only bickering. Someone who walks in the light exudes peace, because by your fruit, you know them. And when you're in their presence, people are coming together, people are genuinely uplifted and positive, and people feel better. You don't walk away from an experience of them feeling confused, like, what did I just do? You feel clear, you feel purposeful, you feel inspired. That person can believe in the flying spaghetti monster. If that's the effects of their fruit, that's how you know they are of the light. Period. Everyone has light and darkness. Period. You need to really need to take this seriously, because this is where this is life or death now. Pluto's involved. You make one wrong move out of integrity, you're done for. And that goes to anyone who makes a move out of integrity with you. So I want to once again reemphasize this, because the mechanism of what's occurring, let's just speak factually. Mars is the very last planet to transit this triple conjunction. The only energy that's in Aries now is Venus. Everything else is clearing it away before it resets at Aries. And Mars is the last thing we were waiting for. When I say you're going to harness supernatural power, before it took effort to lift this desk. Now you can lift it with one hand. Extreme example. By March 30, you've literally manifested this collective extreme evolution. Okay? Everything that's happening now is to prepare us for Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius, which is going to usher in the new dawn of light by 2023. But I need to prepare you, because a lot of what you're stepping into is going to polarize hatred towards you. And it's not going to be something that you see. It's going to be something that you feel. This is what I mean when I say we're in the dark period. There's no more light. You're covered in deception, where what you see on the surface is not at all what you're sensing energetically. And energetically, there's some evil mofos. You don't have to believe that, but I have to let you know. More often than not, people are dirty and nasty, and they're going to let themselves be used by dark forces to undermine you. And you're either going to let it happen, or you're going to champion through this, period. And your beliefs and everything you champion is going to elicit more extreme reactions. Why are you still reading those tarot cards? Why do you still read those charts? Why do you still watch this anime? Why do you still listen to this music? It's not that they care about what you're listening or watching. It's that what you're doing is gaining so much power, it's inevitably influencing them. And so they're going to now directly get at you. Everything that's been festering and being manifested through slight comments, slight remarks, directly. How do we protect ourselves? Pulling up. Do you walk in the light? Do you walk with integrity? Then please understand that the heavenly celestial beings that govern existence purposefully put you in conflict and make sure that you will never go through more than what you can handle to test your character. If you walk in light, you are already protected. If you're wearing that breastplate of righteousness with the belt of truth and the shoes of peace, you don't have to worry or be afraid of any dark forces. This is not about being afraid of these dark forces. This is about being aware of this dynamic and being prepared to effectively kick its ass. Because you're going to kick its ass and you're going to take its name. And I'm not trying to crack jokes. Like, this is facts. You're seeing my attitude shift, because now it's time. Like, all this energy is in Mars. Woo! Are you ready to wield and harness almighty power? Because with the trine to Uranus that's activating now, this is automating and sustaining this process to where you're literally going to be shocked at this transformation. And you go from doing something normally to doing something super. And so I want to put out there that this transit is facilitating a monumental, life-changing, and sudden shift in the way you harness power. The reason why this will transform your entire life is because once your power evolves, it's going to transform the way you do everything. Here is an example. Some of you can fly. Okay, everyone has the potential to fly. And this is why this transit is controversial. Please understand, there was a time where everyone thought the world was flat, or everyone adopted a geocentric model of the earth where all the planets revolve around the sun. Okay, that was norm. People were okay with eating each other. And it was not until discoveries occurred that people realized, oh, we looked at everything so different. This is one such period. So the whole concept, the reason why this is controversial is because you directly are manifesting phenomena that you have been taught, conditioned, and have been told expressly are not real, do not exist. Okay? Many of you have been told magic does not exist and astrology is pseudoscience. Well, let me tell you the truth. Magic exists, okay? Astrology is the one true science. This is what makes this transit controversial, because what's coming to a head is everything that your soul has been told is not true, but you make it real. Not you've heard it real, not you've seen it real. You, even those who are skeptical, have made it real and labeled it coincidence. You make it real. I'm not saying that you're going to manifest supernatural power out of nowhere. No. 2018, you activated this. Remember we did the rituals 2 years ago? You have already activated this. You have already taken supernatural action. What this is doing is having you fully control this and align it to who you are and allow you to fully empower yourself through this. Once you learn how to control this, you're going to direct this towards the dark forces about your day. It's literally just going about your day and taking this renewed sense of power. But I want you to understand it is a legitimate upgrade. It is an evolution you will experience. If you could only knock out 5 push-ups, this evolution will have you knock out not 50, 500. 500, baby. And you will continue to transform your entire world throughout this cycle. By the time it goes from Mars in Cap to Mars in Cancer, by the time it gets to Aries, you've lifted yourself out of whatever obstacles. By the time it gets to Cancer, you've started creating this new world. And the more you tap into your power, the more hatred you're going to get, the more darkness you're going to get, the more targeted you're going to get. So this is only for the true warriors. Trust me when I say there's going to be a point that you get to and you're like, I don't know if I can do this anymore, because the targeting is too much. And at first it's going to be subtle. The more you step into it, the more you respond to this and not allow it to affect you, the more direct it'll be. And you're not crazy. It's not in your head. This is a very real dynamic that's either happening already, like to summer solstice, or will happen shortly. Okay? Once again, you owe it to yourself to making it to this point. You have gone through so much self-development and growth that the reason why you're going to manifest this is because you did the work. And when I say manifest, you're only manifesting the root core of your behaviors and habits. So if you have been a drunkard and you haven't been showing up where you need to show up, and you have created a habit that doesn't allow you to tap in to your own natural energies, then this is going to manifest in a super unstable lifestyle. Emphasis on super unstable. If you've been doing work to really, build your body and to allow yourself more powerfully to fix your habits and step into more healthy living, you're going to manifest this in deeper focus. All right. But once again, the reason why this is so hard to explain is because we're effectively talking about very realistically an evolution of your superpowers, where you are going to be able to punch a wall and that wall is going to break. All right. Maybe it might not manifest like that for you, but I'm taking it to that extreme because it's going to get extreme. So before I go forward, just to confirm, comment a fire sign emoji if you have already manifested evidence of your power, of your ability, and of your skill. Because I don't want to be that dude that's just saying it. I want to make sure we're clear on the same page. I know I do it every day. All right. I read cards, I interpret star charts, I connect with astral forces, I channel. All right. I'm able to say things and receive readings from people that I shouldn't know unless I'm employing power. Every single one of you have done this. It's a collective thing. No one really is more special than the other. So you have people who are embracing it. You have people who are hiding it and seek to do bad with it. You have people who have good meaning and intent with it. Okay? Well, let me tell you something. The more you step into your character, the more this is going to rub some people off the wrong way because they don't want to see you win. And I'm not trying to be like DJ Khaled, who's very insightful by saying that. I'm being completely serious. There's a lot of people who you're around who do not respect you. They like the image of you and they like how they can use you. But this is now going to start to confront their own insecurity because they're not going to be able to use you because you're taking your goddamn power back. And the people who belong in your life, when you take your power back, are going to add to your power without expecting anything in return, just like you will do for them. The people who are suspect will conflict with you affirming who you are. And this is the most important thing I'm going to say. Okay, you by now know who you are. All right, it's not up for debate. Uranus and Aries made this controversial. Did you notice during Uranus and Aries, this was around the period where so many people came up with identity politics? I'm transracial, I'm transgender, I'm transfinancial. This is the evidence of Uranus and Aries. Not to say that it didn't happen before that, but it was the main focus. This was a distorted image to purify the fact that you have now been in a position to manifest who you are. So pay very close attention to those who do not adhere to that. There's some people, if you tell them who you are, they will laugh. Why do you still hang out with them? Why do you still patronize them? This is not a laughing matter. Do you know some of the realest shit I saw earlier? Kanye West was on a talk show. Shout out to Kanye West. And he said, when I run for president 2024, and the people started laughing. You know what Kanye did? You know what Kanye did? Why are you guys laughing? I just told you I'm running for president. Why are you guys laughing? And then he said it again. Okay, this is no laughing matter. You don't let people talk to you any type of way. You're not going to let people laugh at the intention you set. That's destroying the alchemy. You can't even let that slide. This is how real these dynamics are. There are people who look at the stuff you do as little. Why do you still even trade your time with them? Okay, this is where this is going to go and come to a head, where you seriously stand for who you are. And this is going to bring up the naysayers and you're going to confront them. And you're not going to give in to their petty tactics. They want to rise from you. They want to expose that you don't have control over your inner world. You do have control over your inner world. And you're going to embarrass them by showing them that the petty tactics they use brush off you, B. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So you know how you have acknowledged right now that you have already manifested your power. I wanted to say this because it's not coming from nowhere. It's coming from the depth core of your soul down to your DNA, which is what Saturn and Capricorn represents in a way. And this is what's going to allow you to now control this at every minute detail, okay? Just so we are clear, okay? Just so we are clear. This is where things get real. And you're going to be guided along by your own moon sign and soul for this process. Your soul is going to guide you. Your spirit and your sun is how you express it. And Mars is how you take action on it. So let us actually really get into this transit talk. I've been talking for an hour. Now we're really going to get into this transit talk. If there's anything you need to understand, it's that now, and specifically tonight, tomorrow, you're going to feel the power because the moon is going to initialize this cycle with Mars on the south node, trine Uranus, 6 all of a sudden Pisces, I can't make this up. And you're going to move forward with that feeling. You're going to kick ass. And you're going to take names. And you are going to evolve your power to a level unprecedented that is going to shock you and transform your entire world. Because if you didn't have the power, you always had the power. But if you didn't do what you had to do to break through, now you're breaking through. It's inevitable. So first of all, clap for yourself because this is starting right now. This just sounds like a fucking Armageddon. Yeah, that's what it is. I didn't want to say that, but you're being prepared for the end of times. I really don't know what else to say. And this is as real as last time when Pluto was in Aquarius, 1776. It was the end of that. That was Armageddon. I hope you guys are aware of that. The foundation of this country alone was the end of that old world. We now had the establishment of territories in this country and colonies. And by the time it went into Aries, that started the cycle for this to come back in Capricorn. The end of that old world was over. And it claimed lives, billions of lives. All right. A lot of people died for people to live here. Genocide, man stealing, the shadows of our ancestors are coming back to recycle. We got to deal with that. It's all ingrained. So keep that in mind because this is where you harness superpowers relative to the uniqueness of you. But I want you to know this is ultimate power. And every day of this transit, you're going to feel this more and more and more and more till it reaches its peak. So as we start this transit off, you're directly harnessing power physically and practically. You're sensing and tapping in to the greatness you want to accomplish. And you're taking action. Okay. So for those of you who want to know how, some of you are stuck. You sense deeply that you have the power to do beyond what you feel you're capable. I want you to comment a question mark if you've been stuck concerning how. Some of you are like, how do I do this? How do I do this? I know that I can do this. How do I do this? What do I even do? Cool. What is how? How is Virgo? Look at the Affirmus right now. Look at Planet Watcher. There is no energy in Virgo. How is the last thing you need to know. And so let me ask you a question. Have you ever rode a bike? Have you ever driven a car? Did you know how to ride a bike before you drove the car? If you want to know how, you must do it first. Anything that Neptune and Pisces is having you imagine you can do, you must do it first, even if you don't know what you're doing, okay? You rode the bike, you fell off that bike a couple times, or you had training wheels and you had to struggle. You did it first, and then you knew how to do it after you sustained it, after you made a couple mistakes. You did it first. Aquarius does not come before Aries. Aries comes first, and then you do it first. The moon is going to start a cycle tomorrow / tonight, and it's going to seed understanding to Mars, and your soul is going to guide you forward what to do. And as you trust and just do it and do it over and over, you will come into the knowledge, Aquarius, of how to do it, of how to harness your superpowers, which is at a core level. What you are going to be doing is and are things that no one before you has ever done. That's the first thing that I have to say. There is only one you. And so when people tell you that you can't do something, you need to look them in the eye and say, no, 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 you can't do it. I am not you. Okay. You know what they told Kanye? You can't be a rapper. You can't be a rapper. Just produce. We ain't trying to hear you rap. Several #1 albums later, he's one of the biggest rappers ever. Do you know what else they told Kanye? Man, you're not a fashion designer. Just stick to rapping. No, you can't rap, produce, and fashion design. Watch me create Yeezys and take over the game. Okay? So when anyone tells you you cannot do what you desire to do, tell them they can't do that. You are not them. Okay? You either gonna make it happen or not. And what I said is controversial because there's some people who just don't believe that. But you are not those people. If you ever doubt, please understand magic is an ever-present existence. All right? Anything you do is magic. I can study a book. The more I study, the better I get. I just did study magic. Do we call it study magic? No, we call it studying, but it's magic. So everything is magic. There's magic as you've seen in the movies that's been glamorized, and then there's real magic that encompasses intention setting, emotional control, actually doing something consistently. You can have cursive magic where it doesn't have to be as mystical as we make it, but the reason why you're going to break through into that mystical level of magic is because collectively we've reached a place where we're literally ready to open that door. You know when we open that door? The 19th of March in Pisces season, where we're finally opening that door and we're ready with this Mercury retrograde to finally understand the higher levels of magic that incorporate our dreams and fantasy into what you consider reality. Is it really real? I'm not going to spoil that surprise for you. Oh, trust me, because Pluto's going to go in Aquarius, and it's not going to be a mystery anymore. It's going to be like, oh. And if you're Aquarius, you already know. Other than that, you too, Pisces. Other than that, the moon is going to kick this off by conjuncting Mars right at the tail end. Like the way this is how you know the universe is conscious, because the way this is just playing out is too well timed. It's not a coincidence that the moon enters Pisces right as the sun is at the tail end of Aquarius and semi-sextiling Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. Okay? This is manifesting the knowledge of what to do. So it's all going to work seamlessly. You just have to be willing to do what you know you have to do and be aware of each process. It's at this time, I have to say, moving forward, your mistakes are your mistakes. It is not up to me to break you down by reminding you of mistakes you've made in the past, granted that you are consciously at present willing to move forward from them productively and positively. And so know that dark forces cannot stop you. All they can do is undermine you by affecting your perception about yourself. And so if they can bring up past mistakes you've done to lessen your confidence, that is an expression of their weakness. Only weak people do that. That is weak. Nobody who is truly strong is going to undermine you by attacking your self-esteem, bringing up aspects of who you are no longer to stop you. That is inherently weak. Because it is weak, when you are confronted with this, you don't need to react angrily. You don't need to be triggered because you're strong, and that's weak, period. And that's just logic. Just like Sweet Spirit said, cancel culture. where keyboard warriors who don't even know the people they're canceling get on some platforms and type blogs about how people are bad, but you've never had a real conversation with that person because you're weak. Because you're weak. Doesn't matter if you're right. You might be right. You're still weak. So keep this in mind. Mars is in Capricorn. It's going to conjunct the South Node as it is right now. And the South Node is bridging since early childhood, and dare I say, every single past life you have ever had. It is taking all that power in your DNA and it's having you harness this. So that when you take that action, how you feel when you take that action is recorded in this North Node in Cancer. Okay. Peace Dealer is about to drop that clap back. Oh, yes. And then by March 8th, Mars is going to sextile the Sun conjunct Neptune. We are going to have an 18-degree full moon on the 8th and 9th of March, while the Sun is conjunct Neptune and the moon's in Virgo. By the time Mars starts to sextile that, it's getting ready for its conjunction to Jupiter. So I want you to think of March 8th and everything before that. Everything before March 8th is power starting to harness from the core of your being directly, so that you're going to do with this, okay? Physiological changes that are physical, that you can really sense, are happening. It is this period with which you get bitten by the bug that turned Peter Parker to Spider-Man, and you start noticing, oh my gosh, I have physiological differences. My ascension symptoms are ramping. I don't have to eat as much. I don't have to sleep as much. And this is going to cause symptoms because it's going to be weird from what your conscious mind has been used to forever, okay? So realistically, there's going to be the onus of your mind having to catch up to this. Do you know why that's not going to happen? Because Mercury's retrograde on Neptune and Pisces. So the minute subatomic particle, acclimation to get used to these powers already happens instantly for you. So many of you might not even know this is happening unless you're very, very sensitive, like a Pisces moon, and you feel everything that's happening. So this is how amazing this is. From now until March 8th, you're unlocking and unpacking this power, and you're directly experiencing the results of this moving forward as the moon guides you through this cycle. Okay? And then March 8th is going to happen, and that full moon is going to unlock the world around you to add greater purpose to this and allow you to perceive the meaning of this power you're harnessing in relation to your life. Okay? Every single day now, from now to the 8th, you're going to become more and more powerful. What's up, Watts? This is very important. The reason why we're going to do this ceremony is that we're going to set an intention. And once we set the intention, we're also going to you can write down on a piece of paper or a contract. It's going to be a contract to Saturn. You're going to write down what your intention is. Okay. And then you're going to write down what you agree to do every day. And if it's not every day, it could be every week. It could be every month. Something you do ideally every day before the sun goes down to harness this power, because through repetition, the more you do it, the more powerful you're doing it. You're writing this contract to Saturn so that by the time it conjuncts Saturn in Aquarius, the contract is over and you've manifested this power and you're ready to take this to the next level. Okay. For example, I'm day 22 on my workout. I skipped a couple days because I didn't wake up or I just didn't do it. But I'm not going to play around because this is serious. So my intention is to become the greatest self I could possibly be. And I'm going to write on my contract, all right, Saturn, this is what I commit to every day. I'm going to get up at maybe around 4, even though I'm not going to want to do that at all. And I'm probably going to bitch and moan about it each and every single step of the way. and I'm going to work out every day, and I'm going to write something every day. It doesn't matter what you do. It just matters that you're committing to something that through this action allows your power to build because you're doing something. You're not waiting for it to happen, right? Once we deal with cardinal sign energies, you have to take action. It's in Capricorn, you got to take physical action. The reason why this is going to work is because there's over 400 people watching this. So we now have the base prerequisite amount of people to petition this higher force that will interact with our vibration. And then once we disperse, it will manifest individually. So when we petition Saturn, it's not seeing each and every single one of us. It's connecting with one collective vibration, but it's going to manifest individual to each of us because we are literally that extraordinary. That's how awesome we are. We can literally do this ceremony. That is more valuable than about any money. What the value of what we're doing is above billions of dollars. There's no amount of money you can pay for this. So pop your collar. Like, that's how awesome we are. I just have to make sure we're clear on that. Okay. That's what we're going to do. And everything you do outside of this transit is to focus towards building this power. And however you want to build this power, you can build this power. However you want to. Okay. Just stay consistent with it. But that's not even necessary. It's no bigger. Okay. Don't go back on your word with Saturn. It will beat your ass. Okay. The reason why we're writing this contract with Saturn is going to give you an advance. Once you write this contract, Saturn's going to be like, all right, you put it down in writing, Aquarius, you put it down in writing, Sun Aquarius, fixed air. So the fact that we're going to put it down in writing makes our words that much stronger, period. And then Saturn's going to be like, okay, I'm going to give you power so that you can fulfill your commitment. And then when the 31st comes, it's the first checkpoint. What did you do with the talents I gave you? What did you do with the power I gave you? Did you multiply it? Because if you did, I'll give you more. And once we get into Aquarius, it's exponentially multiplied. Or did you bury it and do nothing with it? Because if you did that, I'm taking it from you and you're fucked. Yeah, this next cycle will be hell. Because let me tell you what's going to happen to some people. Some people are going to let this power go straight to their heads. They're going to manifest all sorts of money, and then they're going to forget why they were in the past in the first place. That's why I say some of these people are not real light workers. You have these people masquerading about, oh, I'm all love and light. They just want your money. They don't care about you. You give them clout. You give them money. So they're going to manifest money. They're going to manifest power. And then they're not going to do it anymore because they only did it for money anyway. Now they have money. They don't care as much. Okay. They're going to let it get to their head versus those people who come into the money. They come in to the resources and then they use those resources to invest back into what they do and to give back to the people. Black and white. You're either going to do that or you're either going to be that false light. Thank you, Chris G, because there's so much of it. And the reason why people fall for it is because you listen to their readings and their readings are so accurate. Oh my God, that was accurate. Okay, not accurate, accurate. That's how you really say it. I'm just joking. But just because someone's readings are you know whose readings could be accurate? An evil witch. But that witch is still evil. And they're probably siphoning your energy when you watch them. Is that what you want? So I'm telling you, integrity walks. Integrity walks. You will be tested. And once you finish writing this contract, it becomes real. You can burn it after the broadcast is over. You can keep it. It really depends on you. But before we do this ritual, you're also going to find that you change what you do because you come into more wisdom and knowledge. Okay. Thank you, Mandolin. All right. Before we do this ritual, I do want to once again congratulate you for making it this far, because the fact that you made it this far, all right, come on, man. You're going to have to, at some point, stop messing around. The fact that you made it this far is undeniable proof that you've reached a level of mastery to where you're now ready to take things to the next level. So once again, let's put this in context. Why are you waking up superpowers? Why is it that collectively everyone is enhancing their abilities on a level that is controversial because we've been told it's not possible? Okay. There are people to this day who still think the art of reading tarot is pseudoscientific, but it's not. I know this because I do it every day. And I do it enough to where I know those who are skeptical against it predictably and consistently are people who have never done it or don't do it, which is effectively the same thing as me telling chemists chemistry is bullshit, but I don't know the periodic table. If you were to ask me what iron is, I wouldn't know that it was Fe on the periodic table. If you were to ask me what it means to add protons and valence electrons, I could not tell you. So that means I have no right to say that chemistry is bullshit. So I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. And now that makes me stupid. So please understand, in God's green earth, you have people who have the audacity to be like, tarot cards are bullshit. But then you need to ask them, okay, what does the Seven of Pentacles mean? I don't know. What's a major arcana? I don't know. What experience do you have reading cards? I don't know. Do you know the culture of reading cards and the type of clients you get? Do you even know that? No. But you know that tarot is bullshit. You're an idiot. Period. This is the controversial nature of the power you are harnessing, where a lot of who you are and what you're doing, especially your water sign, is not only taboo, but not even acknowledged. Are you going to let that stop you? You better not. It'd be the worst thing you could ever do. Or are you going to make history and be a revolutionary and manifest something that's never been manifested? Manda, I'm calling them out because, like, one thing I've learned doing what I do, most of the opposition or skepticism on this is just complete stupidness. Now, there's a difference between debunking fake psychics and authentic psychics. The debunking and the rhetoric against fake psychics is true. And those people are your best friend because we work hand in hand. That's the one thing we both have in common. We hate fake psychics. All right? But the rhetoric against authentic psychics is bias, confirmation bias, and complete BS, and just denial. And so you, as an authentic individual, should not entertain any malarkey because what you do is real, period. Regardless if people want to believe it or not. There's something Neil deGrasse Tyson said where you can know something, but do you know something enough to the point where you know you don't really know it, or you know that you're wrong? And this is where you're headed into. Because this period is going to redefine how you understand a whole lot of what you've been doing in your life up until this point as well. And let me tell you something. Some people don't like you. Some people are not going to like you. Some people are not going to like the stuff that you desire. This is the most important thing that I have to say. Some people, there are things that you desire and there are things that you like to do. There are behaviors that are a part of your lifestyle that other people will hate, find disgusting, and not like. Do you care? If the energy was in Libra right now, Leo, and the social energies, I would say you need a compromise. There is no compromising energy. Okay. Is it their life you're living? Are you going to literally walk around like, oh my God, I want to do that, but this person doesn't like it. This person thinks it's weird. This person thinks it's strange, even though what you're doing is in the comfort and privacy of your own business. Now, if you were doing it in their space and now they don't like it because it affects them, totally different story. I'm talking about what you do for you. Are you not going to do it because other people don't like it? If that's the case, you have mental problems. You've been conditioned to believe that you have to care. It is a total lie. It is societal conditioning to make you compromise from yourself to be a part of a greater fake whole. Don't listen to that bullshit. The reason why this is there's energy that's revolutionarily concerned with the individual focus of non-conformity, because Pluto is literally killing old traditional norms. And like, there are people who get it and there are people who get it. If you're not feeling weird, if you're not creating awkward moments or being cringy, you're not doing it right. There's no graceful energy here. Leo and Libra is the graceful swag to balance this. This is not the time to balance. When you're mining for rocks, you don't need to be clean. It's a dirty job. Your self-development is a very dirty job right now. And it's not until we move later, like another decade, that we can now start to polish this. Everything trying to polish us down is vain and superficial because you're mining for substance right now. And that's going to look weird. That's going to be a little awkward as you're building yourself. And it should. Let this test norms that you've let chain you for some reason and reclaim your authority and make sure others respect that too. Okay. Other than that, once we step into the 19th of March, Mars is going to conjunct Jupiter. So Mars conjunct Jupiter is very similar to Billy Batson holding an old man's stick and yelling his name. Pause. Oh my God. And then being imbued with electric energy and being shocked and literally coming through a power upgrade. This is the incredible evolution. Mars-Jupiter conjunctions are very, 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 very important. So important, let's go back in time. When was the last Mars-Jupiter conjunction we had? Me thinks it was in Sagittarius, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I went in Capricorn by then. Now, wait a gosh darn minute. So fun fact, Mars never conjuncted Jupiter in Sagittarius. That is fascinating. No, in fact, the last time Mars conjuncted Jupiter was January 4th, 2018, baby. What's popping? I think it retrograded in Aquarius too. The last time we had a Mars-Jupiter conjunction, Saturn just entered Capricorn. And so what that did was open up to the depth. Remember, around this time, I was like, you need to embrace your insecurities, because if you don't embrace them, you're giving the dark force tools to manipulate you. If you embrace your insecurities and know that you are flawed at some level, you recognize that your imperfections are perfect. And then you don't have to compensate by acting tougher than you are, or by acting like you never get hurt. You can laugh at yourself. And so that Mars conjunction into Scorpio evolved the level of psychological depth with which you can even take action. So your actions since then were deeper. They came from a purer place. All right. Shout out to Gypsy Rome's. All right. And regardless of if you follow me, I don't want you to see yourself as someone who follows me. I see you as a comrade, a supporter. Okay. Ideally, any leading I do is so you can eventually lead yourself. I just don't necessarily like calling you all followers or fans, because it's way deeper than that. Okay. But other than that, now Mars is back again in Jupiter, and everything that ascended your spirit is now taking that previous conjunction in nuclear Scorpio and it's manifesting it physically. That's why the superpower evolution is not coming out of nowhere. It's literally been years in the making. And so this is going to conjunct in Jupiter while Saturn and Pluto are in Capricorn. And this is going to have you harness and evolve your power. Okay. Can we say the dramatic transformation Or can we say the transformation from Billy Batson to Shazam is dramatic as all hell? Remember, Jupiter is expansion, evolution. It's dramatic as all hell. This evolution is going to expand your power and actionability to the max, to the most it can be relative to this point. And then it's going to go to Saturn, and then it's going to focus that max into a controllable focused point. Okay? Please understand, this is already conjunct now, but this will climax on the 19th of March, where this enacts this cycle of incredible evolution. And as a result, puts you in a position to really test how far this bad boy goes. To make matters even crazier, okay, I wish I could show you this, but if you look on planetwatcher.com and you type in March 19th, 2020, Mars is going to be conjunct Jupiter at 22 degrees. That is a breakthrough degree. And it's going to happen 29 degrees Pisces, where you come into a complete, comprehensive, and holistic perception of existence and how you are related to that. Being an individual within galaxies and superclusters, all right? And this is going to not only be dramatic, but this is where you're going to really harness the full potential of your abilities, which may lend to some instability because you have to, just like, if you want homework, watch Shazam. I think Shazam did this so well. Shazam is indicative of the Pluto Sagittarius era. For children who have Uranus and Neptune in Aquarius and Pluto Sag, that's really the instant quality of just quick ascension. But I want you to watch that movie if you haven't watched it, because Shazam's development is going to mirror yours. The release of that movie was perfect to prepare you for this. One thing that was so hilarious about Shazam is dudes getting shot in the face and they're testing their powers. You know, when they go through that montage of testing what they can do, that's going to be March 19th to the 31st. Dude found out he can get shot in the face and he flinched. A dude that bullets don't even affect flinched when he got shot in the face. That means he did not know. That means he had the power, but he didn't have the Aquarius, the knowledge of that power. And it was Pisces season where he experienced it. Now, was it Pisces season in that movie? No. But it's the principle and concept of Pisces that's experiencing it to get knowledge. Dude, I love that movie. Just because you have someone who is more powerful flinching, that means that's all of us right now. Like Sebastian said, that means internally, he still had to resolve internal mental blocks to fully harness his superpower, which is really supernatural at this level because it drew on the energy of the gods. The reason why I also like that analogy is it's these extra dimensional forces that will channel itself through you. The ability to channel these forces is what these cycles created. The ability to harness it is what's activating now. And the uniqueness of you is what's going to make this different. I did not watch Donnie Darko yet. I think I might have to finally do that. I'm going to make it my homework this week. Okay. Once again, from the 19th to the 31st is you taking this power and acclimating it. Understand, you are no different from Billy Batson right now. Some of you are literally, to this day, terrified of telling someone that you like them. Some of you are terrified about obstacles you have to face, people you have to confront, bills you have to pay, real life situations that you're praying to God. Okay. Rebecca, you're right. The real life is way greater than that movie. All right. Some of you are praying to God for stuff that he put you in that position to get. Who did you think was going to do? Are you waiting for a miracle? You're the miracle. I'm not trying to be like uplifting. This is facts. Like no one's going to do it but you. You're going to manifest help, but you are going to do it because you're more than powerful. But maybe you don't know that yet. Maybe you're Billy Batson and you're flinching, getting shot in the face, even though bullets can basically bounce themselves off your face. Okay. Now, if Billy Batson got shot in the face, he'd probably get hurt. But Shazam got shot in the face. Shazam is the evolution state of Billy Batson. Mars conjunct Jupiter in Capricorn is triggering and finally coming into your activation or evolution state, bringing you to that peak. And then it's going to go over Pluto. But one thing I need to speak, because some of you have already awakened the transformation state. And this doesn't have to be as dramatic as Shazam. It's as simple as like right before you race, you're focused, right? You were laughing before and now you're focused, you're serious. It's literally that simple. You already do this, but you're going to enhance how you do this in ways that change the game for you. And that's why it's hard to say, because this is a game changer. By the time you step into April and we step into Aries season, March 20, it's very symbolic that the ancient ruler of Pisces, Jupiter, is conjuncting Mars before we step into the ruler of Mars, Aries. Before you activate this new cycle in Aries, you're stepping into your evolution state. You step into Aries season, and it is time to kick ass. Oh, it's time to kick ass. Oh, 0 degrees Aries. It's time to kick some ass. So you're going to evolve. You're going to evolve this power in the 19th, and then like it's not exactly like it's also going to awaken, but climax peak the 22nd when Jupiter now turns 23 degrees. Mars is going to conjunct Pluto, and this is going to be the simultaneous awakening and evolution, 23, 24, 24. This awakening of your power can only happen once you're in an evolution state to harness your power so that the awakening potential of the god of death on your power does not kill you, because it's going to expose all your insecurities. And you're going to have to be in a position to handle this during a balsamic phase with the moon in Pisces while Mercury is direct, to have your mind in Pisces process extra dimensional, literal divine energy that's abstract and out of this fucking world to aid in your transformation and evolution. And I mean, I don't know how else to make sense of that, but to say, have you seen Shazam? Have you seen Dragon Ball Z? Have you seen any show, anime or real, where a character goes through a definite evolution? This evolution state was 248 plus years in the making, collectively. Some people are fire ruled. They'll have this evolution state where they have extra energy for the next 5 minutes, but because of zero sum, maybe they have to take extra time to regain that. They'll have a water transformation where you're extra sensitive to vibes, or you have an air ruled transformation where you're extra smart, or you have an earth ruled transformation where you're extra grounded and durable. However this manifests for you depends on your zodiac sun and sign. I have a sale on my website, thepeacedealer.com. I'm currently working on a merchant processor. So if you're unable to pay with credit card, shoot me an email. It's going to notify me. I'm going to get that fixed within the month. So all I can accept is PayPal now, but my readings are on sale. My reports are on sale. If you would like a consultation or an astro report where I detail how and what supernatural ability is activating for you, in the notes where you put your birthday, write the code word incredible evolution. And I'm going to look at your chart. Once I see that in the notes and look at your chart, let's say you're a Virgo rising and this is in your 5th house. I'm going to say Mars is in your 5th house as a Virgo rising. And this is activating superpowers in the arena of your creative talents. What's going to be super are your talents. If this is in the 8th house, what's going to be super is how you deal directly with other people. If it's in your 1st house, you're going to embody the super. Okay. And we'll get more detailed based on sun and moon. So once again, code word, incredible evolution. Write that in the notes. I got you. Okay. Why this is so very important is by the time we step into this awakening energy on the 22nd, Saturn has officially entered Aquarius and the sun has officially entered Aries. There's a deep significance as to why when Mars is finally getting ready to harness our power, we enter Aries season. 0 degrees Aries is equal day, equal night. And this spring equinox allows for a new cycle relative to the message of the outer planets. Do you know what the message of 2018 was? Well, Jupiter was in Scorpio, Saturn just entered Capricorn, and Pluto was in Cap. So when the sun was in Aries, the cycle for that was your greatest transformation. Okay. 2019, we had the cycle while Jupiter was in Sagittarius. And this was your greatest ascension, reaching to the peak of what you know is possible for yourself. Do you know what the theme is now? Is it your greatest self? No, it's war. I don't know who's ready to hear that or not, but March is kicking in on the 20th, and this new theme is war, baby. That's why I'm coming for blood this decade. I'm not playing with nobody anymore, okay? This 8th house transformation is hitting me. So the playful Gemini, I have to actually know you now, is serious. This is the reason. Why are we waking superpowers collectively? Because the time to defend and protect you and those that matter is here. There's coming a time in this world where there will be a civil war in every state. It's a civil world war. And the notions of authority and power are going to delude as we step into a temporary state of anarchy, endgame. And if you don't have the hands, if you can't protect yourself energetically, through frequency control, physically, through people getting at you, guild wars, baby. This is it. Does sword of fire mean anything? Great question. The reason why you're awakening your superpowers is so that you can use those. It's honestly not so that you can live a much greater life. Yeah, I have superpowers now. I can live my normal 3D life. No, many of you incarnated here to guide humanity forward, to initiate light codes, to initiate new systems, legacies, traditions. This is where, yeah, you get the power. Oh, but you get that responsibility too. Oh, the duty will do you in if you're not ready. And this is where, very realistically, you see the times we're headed into. Saturn in Aquarius is preparing you for Pluto in Aquarius. And if you're not ready, this world will swallow you whole. What's up, Malika? How you doing? Okay. What's up, Sharon? What's up, Gigi? If you ain't got hands, it's over. Okay. So this is war. This is a war that's being fought for your individuality and for sovereignty. This is what throughout this cycle leads us into Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. And then Saturn's going to go into Pisces. And then Pluto is going to finish out of Cap. And then Neptune's going to come out of Pisces in 2025. And by the time Uranus goes into Gemini, we have a good idea of what anarchy looks like. I'm not saying this as a revolutionary sentiment. I'm saying this as a weather forecast. Like, be prepared. If you think people are crazy now and shooting up schools, it's about to be the norm. You're going to have to rely on extra dimensional sources of protection, because when the National Guard can no longer protect you, you're going to see how real your spiritual faith is. And you're going to see the difference between people who pray and people who pray. Okay. So the reason why you're waking superpowers is to access higher facets of yourself that have been hidden to humanity for a long time. Like if you weren't an Aquarius or Pisces or Cap, you probably didn't know. If you weren't a Sagittarius, Sagittarius can see it, but then they can't tell. There are people who can't see. Eminem's Darkness video, exactly. He has Moon Aquarius, he tapped in, he knows. So keep that in mind because it's very symbolic that this Mars and Capricorn transit is featured through the end of Aquarius. So we come into the knowledge. Pisces season, so we simulate through experience. This is where you get experience practicing. And then by the time we finish Pisces season, Mars is on Jupiter. You've mastered the first level of it. You're in that evolution state. War, baby. Okay? And war doesn't have to be a bad thing. This could be a war on your own bad habits. This could be a war against fake people in your life. Okay? Am I high? Be honest. Look at my eyes. Are my eyes red? If I'm high off my vibe. I specifically, do I want to get high? Yeah. But Mars is in Capricorn now. So when you see me write down this contract, it's a sacrifice I've made. I've replaced getting high with meditation. Am I fond of that? No, I would honestly rather get high, but this is a sacrifice I have to make. But other than that, what version of Goku are you? Other than that, this is why you are awakening these superpowers. It's because you are a part of a collective shift that is making your dealings with others really life and death. Because how do you know someone is about to snap? Well, you're going to have the intuitive abilities to get that. And you're going to be a part of a collective that now has to integrate enhanced abilities in our world, in our legislation, in our judicial system, in the way this is enforced now, where rules literally have to be written about, the equity and fairness of telepathy, what's considered an offense. These are going to start to be discussed with Saturn and Aqua and actually enacted 2025 by the time Pluto is actually in Aqua. Okay. I don't drink alcohol. I'm not drunk. I'm not high. I don't even look drunk or high. So I don't know where you coming from with that. But once again, the reason why you can sense spiritual phenomena is through Neptune in Pisces. When Neptune goes in Aries, collectively, you're now able to see what has been hidden behind the veil. This is why Pluto has to reach Aquarius before Neptune does. Because if Neptune hit Aries, collectively, you're going to start seeing everything that's been around you this whole time, but you're not going to know what it is. And people are going to kill themselves. They're going to go crazy. People are still going to go crazy, but Pluto and Aquarius will have already prepared you with knowledge to facilitate this. And then Neptune's going to go into Aries 2025, and the veil is going to lift. And you're going to see relative to your through the eyes of your spirit. Everyone emits spirit that can show them spiritual phenomena, and you're going to see it. And then Uranus is going to go into Gemini, and you're going to actually be it. Okay. So, this might be the most important transit talk I've done. I really wanted to do this for an hour, but I couldn't. Okay. This Mars conjunction to Pluto and Jupiter on the 22nd is starting the cycle for your ultimate awakening. So some of you are it's going to be March 22nd, and some of you are going to be like, what happened? How come I don't have my full power? What's up? No. Conjunctions are 0 degree points. Aries, it's the beginning of this cycle. You don't just automatically become a black belt. You have to train. And so the road to becoming black belt begins on that cycle, where because this is coinciding with an evolution, it begins with a burst of power, okay? Where you're starting this cycle with extra power given, and it's gonna be incredible. So the more willing you are to actually tap into your own power, the better. And this is what leads me now to our ceremony, which begins tonight. Okay. Shout out to Spiritual Gorilla, which begins tonight. It really amazes me how faceless people can talk the most smack. Like, in here, anonymous. But anyway, we're gonna step into this ceremony and we're going to focus our intent. What's gonna happen during the ceremony is that you're going to tap in to the core feeling of how you harness this power. Whenever you make a desire, that's Mars. It's your desire that drives you. There's no discount code. Everything is already on sale. So in the notes, just write incredible evolution. Okay. So we're going to focus our energy and we're going to make an intent. You're going to write down the intent and then you're going to draw the Saturn glyph, the Pluto glyph, the Jupiter glyph, and the Mars glyph. And you're going to write down to Saturn everything you commit to doing towards manifesting this power. What's going to happen is for some of you, Saturn's going to be like, okay, this is what you want to do, but no, this is what we want you to do. And you're going to adjust. But the purpose is to just petition and to establish that connection. Once again, the 22nd of March, where we have this triple conjunction, you are going to begin the cycle towards the most ultimate awakening of our collective environment. And I need you to hold this to me here. If we step into April 1st and nothing of what I said has occurred, I need you to call me out on that. But I know that won't happen because we've already confirmed that you've already manifested superpowers. And superpowers does not have to be flying up in the sky. People don't know what it means to have superpowers or to have magical ability. That's maybe a supernatural application that is probably only unique to 1 out of billions. Okay. A lot of the supernatural power you see on the movies, it can be done, but it's improbable. All right. Maybe 1 out of billions. But a real life superpower is the ability to actually be kind to another person. All right. Maybe your superpower is that you can focus and blank out distraction. People may look at that as a regular ability. No, that's a superpower. You still have peace and calm in your heart and stability to where others can connect with you. That's a superpower. You mean to tell me you're kind in a world where people only think of themselves? I don't know if you know, that's a superpower. Did you notice how all these virtues are undermined? They're seen as corny. It's corny to be a good person. It's corny to live right. These are the dark forces. That's because those are your superpowers, your virtues. Don't look for super flight. Don't look for levitation. Look for virtues. Yeah, you're not a glutton. You mean you have self-control and moderation? Yep, you guessed it. That's a superpower. Okay, so your values are going to come into such incredible evolution. And it's through these simple things that you'll be able to do these more supernatural things later on into the cycle. Okay, so keep that in mind, because a whole lot of how you personally identify with this energy has a lot to do with your ability to trust yourself as you guide yourself down this path of godhood. What the collective effectively is going through is an apotheosis that not everyone's going to make it through. Some people are going to die horrible deaths. Others of you are going to die and be reborn in you. It really depends all on you. And with that being said, Mars is going to be trining Venus as Venus will catch up. Venus is money, baby. So you're going to be manifesting incredible sex and value as you learn to automate the process of coming into income, while Venus is going to be on Uranus. So you're going to be coming up with mechanisms with which you make value, and then you can literally set it and forget it. Okay? And that's the cycle starting this season too. All right, y'all, I think we're ready. The moon is at the tail end of Sagittarius. So after this, you're going to receive visions, and it goes into Capricorn. Oh my God. Oops. It goes into Capricorn 2:45 a.m. PST, I think. Or like 2:30, 2:40 or so. 2:40 a.m. You might want to be awake for this, but it goes in 2:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The moon going on Mars is going to initialize this. So beforehand, what we're going to do is we're going to focus our intent and decide. Capricorn is I use, I control, but most importantly, I decide. Okay. Ironically, listen to I Decided by Big Sean if you want to like actual experience of this, which actually comes in a period in his career where he started to mature from older antics that he had, which I personally like. But other than that, we're going to start the ceremony. The moon, what you're deciding on is what you are willing to manifest and accomplish. So we're going to start this off by writing the Mars glyph anywhere on the paper. I'm going to put it at the top, so you can put it anywhere. All right. So start off by writing the Mars glyph. We want to use symbols because symbols speak to our subconscious. Wait. Maggie bows. I want to focus so bad. Me too. That's the number one thing I'm working on. Focus. Oh my God. I made it harder than I need to be. So write that glyph. And under that, or wherever you want to put it, write down what you decide to do. It doesn't have to be just one thing, too. What is it that you decide to do? Once again, you want to draw the glyph of Mars. We're doing a contract right now. You want to draw the glyph of Mars. You can draw it anywhere, and you're going to write what you decide to do with your power. I don't want to call it superpower because this power you're awakening will seem like a superpower to you, but it's actually your natural state because you've been conditioned to live in this less than form of yourself. You've kind of been tricked to believe that your natural abilities are some mythical abilities that can only happen in myth. Okay. But no, it turns out it's actually your natural state that you're reawakening. And I hope this sounds controversial. Like this is geared to sound controversial. This is geared to attack thoughts and beliefs that have been so rigidly accepted, even though they were wrong. A lot of people aren't ready to accept that a lot of biology, chemistry, physics is pure hogwash and just theoretical nonsense because it does not acknowledge magic. It does not acknowledge the sentience of the universe, and it doesn't acknowledge the interconnectivity of all mankind and matter, period. Doesn't matter what scientists have been able to prove, the understanding and perception of it, hogwash. Okay? You can take that as my opinion, but this is what makes this controversial, because some of you are ready to break through a lot of this delusion. Quantum entanglement. So write the glyph of Mars and write what you decide. Please mind you, if what you decide doesn't make other people laugh or think that you're crazy, you're not doing it right. You're probably not dreaming big enough. Okay? So keep that in mind too. You're not deciding something that's reasonable here. This is your life we're talking about. Okay? So keep that in mind. It's a lifelong devotion and dedication. Amanda, this is powerful already. Right now, 400 plus people are writing down their intentions. The energy being generated as we're all focusing on this platform is already potent. So if you're feeling into that, you're amazing. So just so we're clear, we're literally doing something as simple as writing out an intention, but because we're all doing it together, this is connecting all our energy. Okay. Test my gangsta. You ready? You ready? You ready? Boom, baby. I love our tribe too. I think we have the greatest tribe ever. Who else has done ceremonies like this for 2 years straight, blasting positivity into the universe? I'll wait. All right, yo. So I'm going to give one more minute for you all to write. If you're still writing your desire, once again, if your desire, if you read your desire and it doesn't make other people feel uncomfortable or laugh, you're not dreaming big enough. You're not doing it right. Trust me, you are capable of so much. All right, I mean that. You know this. So we're going to connect our energies. If you're still writing, you can do this while you're still writing. Okay. Over. We've been training to the max. Yeah. All right. So I want you to, I want every single one of you to think about the Saturn, the planet Saturn, or the Saturn glyph. What we're doing right now, 2:40 a.m. tonight, PST. What we're doing right now is we're connecting all our energy. If you're watching this after it's live, we are doing this for you ahead of time. So you can still do it even anytime, and it's like a time capsule. We are connecting all of our thoughts by unifying and thinking about the same thing. None of us will perceive or think about this in the same way, but it is enough and a common factor to connect our energies instantly. Okay. So, first of all, I want you to think about the planet Saturn in any way you want. I see the glyph in my head right now, and I see the planet. Now, I also want you to envision every single one of us in a room partying, whether on the planet Saturn or in a room where the glyph of Saturn is. We are now compartmentalizing through the mental realm, Aquarius season, connection of all our energy. The reason why this is dope is it's that simple. It's literally that simple. We are connecting our energies by having a thought. If any one of you want to energetically connect, you're welcome to do this now that we've established this connection through our minds and hearts. And just take some time to tap into that. This is what's going to make the contract. This is what we need to do so that we can now petition Saturn as a tribe. Oh, snap. Snappity snap. Snappity snap snap. All right. So now I would like for you, you can also continue to hold that imagery. I would like for you to write slash draw the symbol and glyph for Saturn. If you need to know what that looks like, you can look it up online. Just type in Saturn glyph. And I would also like for you to write down the glyph for Pluto and Jupiter so they could be witnesses. And also, with their own discretion, add in whatever they want too. Okay. I'm going to write the Saturn glyph, and then to the left of it, I'll draw Pluto, and to the right of it, I'll draw Jupiter. But you can draw it anywhere you want. This is your contract. Okay. What's up, Stefan? For those of you who've just joined, please hit that like button if you haven't already. We are drafting a Saturnian contract, and in honor of the moon that will be in Capricorn, okay? Write the glyph and symbol of Mars. Write down what you decide to do, your intention. And then after that, write down the Saturn glyph, the Pluto glyph, and the Jupiter glyph. Listen, I'm so serious. Certain things that you desire will polarize people's hidden energy that they didn't like you anyway and bring it to a max. So you're going to find that after you write this contract, if anyone didn't like you already, they will hate you. It's like an energetic shift from within you that non-locally affects them. I need you to understand this. This is going to take this to the extreme. And that's why I'm saying, if anyone has a problem, pull up, pull up. We pulling up this year. I don't do social media beef. Okay. I don't do social media beef. Anyone who you have a problem with, we pulling up. That's how it is. Know that the reaction to you sharpening this intent will evoke extreme hatred from people who already don't like you, and let them be mad. I'm gonna be laughing in their face. Period. Oh, you mad? Oh, you mad? Oh, you mad? What you finna do? Pull up, baby. What's up? What's up? So draw the Pluto glyph and the Jupiter glyph. They love when you're weak. They feed off thinking they're better than you. It's an entitled, pretentious mind state. And so you standing in your power dispels that illusion, and they get mad. Let them get mad because they don't want that smoke with you. Trust me. They only act like they do. That's why they intimidate you to bring this illusion when they're ultimately weak. When they are ultimately weak. Yes. Pull up. All right. I'm going to be rocking some Dolo after this. Oops, that looks more like a fort. All right. Perfect. All right. So by now, you have the Mars glyph. You have. Oh, you can draw on the contract too. You can make the contract whatever you want. We have the Mars glyph. We have you're writing down what you've decided. You have the Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter glyph, and now it's time to actually write the contract. Okay? Please know reality is responding to your very intent. So after you do this, this is going to I'll say this after. Next step is time to write the contract. So it could be at least one, but now just proceed to list everything you're committing to do every day until the 30th. This contract runs through the 30th. Technically, it runs through the next cycle, but the 30th is going to manifest this, and then you'll augment different facets of the transit. Listen, if people you have to have so much certainty in what you're stepping into. If some people do not think you're crazy, you're not doing it right. If you do not challenge other people's beliefs, especially about you, you're not doing it right. And I'm talking about people who already have an issue with you. You're about to let them know how meaningless their influence is in your life because it never really meant anything. That's why they're trying to intimidate you. The 30th of March, yeah. But really, is it the 30th or the 29th? The 31st of March. All right, so write down everything you commit to doing. I thought so. All right. So yeah, you can label it one by one. Yep. I'm about to have so much fun. We're about to have so much fun. Lemuria, what's up? Be very careful what you write here because you have to commit to this every day. Okay. Self-love is also a superpower. Yes. It's one of the greatest superpowers of all time. Okay. So, first step, draw the Mars glyph. Second step, write down what you decide to act on and what you decide to manifest. Third step, draw the glyph of Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter. Fourth step, which we are right now, okay? Technically, the third step before drawing the glyph is to think about Saturn to connect us. But after you draw the glyphs, you're going to write down everything you commit to doing every day, okay, towards Saturn. Ooh, oh, baby. Oh, yeah. It's victory time. Cool. Has to be at least one. It doesn't have to be more than one. Think of $1 billion idea every day. That's amazing. Please keep in mind, thank you, Patty Cake. Please keep in mind that Jupiter in Capricorn is the Two of Pentacles. So sometimes you're juggling and you drop the ball. If you drop the ball, don't stop. If you don't do something you committed to doing every day, make sure you do it the next day. Don't feel like you have to quit. Just keep at it. Just do what you can. Do what thou wilt is the way of the law. Oh, that nope, shouldn't have done that. All right. Oh. Once you're finished writing that, okay, draw a line and sign it. Draw an X and a line and sign it with your name and the zodiac glyph of your spirit, because you're signing it with your spirit. You can do your moon if you want, but your sun sign, your name and your sun sign, whoosh, on that X dotted line, and you're done. You've completed it. Yo, this is amazing. Y'all, ooh, we about to do a clapback spell. I feel it. The last clapback spell we did was Jupiter Scorpio. We're gonna do another one, trust me. Maybe even before it's 29 degrees, because dark forces are bugging. All right. Doesn't it feel good? What we're doing right now is we're focusing our intent and we're preparing for the moon. Do not burn it. Do not burn it. Do not burn it. Do not burn this paper. Do not burn this paper yet. Okay. Perfect. What the fuck is a clapback spell? A clapback spell takes all the focused energy that is negatively being focused at you and claps it back. You do not have to burn this. Some of you can keep this in a special place, like you usually do with contracts. You could put it in a special folder. I'm going to burn it because my Mars is in Aries, so I'm taking action as fire. Okay. Can we please do that now? Earth Angel Tarot, trust me when I say I want to, but it's still too soon. We want to have Saturn retrograde back into Capricorn, and we want to have Jupiter be at least in the 20 degrees of Capricorn before we will do this, okay? Now, I'm going to get into pulling cards for each of the 12 signs. If you are not able to pay any money for a live reading, I will pull a free card for you right now based on your zodiac sign. However, what you have just now done is make a revolutionary decision that will affect and impact your life forever. Okay? before somebody, before, you know what I'm saying, somebody becomes an army general, they have to make the decision to become it. That was a horrible analogy. But you have now made the most important decision. Before you accomplish anything, you made the decision to do it. What this has done is it's charged your intent. And because you've created that will, you've now created possibilities that in your lack of focus previously didn't exist until you made that decision. What does that mean? In your life, you have you have nebulous influences that react and respond to your own vibes, that now you have made this decision, okay, will reveal to you every single influence that is an obstacle in the path towards you manifesting this. People who don't like you, who hate on you behind your back, who are literally undermining you, are being revealed. Why are they being revealed? They're being revealed not so that you can gossip about it and be like behind their back and be like, this person's talking shit about me. No, so that you can do something about it. Yep, you heard me right. So that you can pull up on them. Oh, yes, you will be revealed habits within yourself, actual people, obstacles, circumstances, situations, and everything that has to do with literal blockages in the way to making this a reality. And you know what you must do? Something about it. You're going to pull up. Is this like Seven of Swords shit? Oh, yes. Because guess what the Seven of Swords is? It's the moon in Aquarius, okay? And the moon in Aquarius is going to happen in a couple days, and that's the Seven of Swords. So you're going to be revealed all the nebulous darkness that has been plaguing you, affecting you, influencing you. This is why I said, don't let the dark forces trigger you and make you angry, because this very realistically can get you in your ego, Chiron and Aries, and you can start getting angry when you need to remember, no. The reason why they're doing that is because they're weak and you're strong. See, if they weren't weak, they wouldn't go behind your back. They would approach you like a man or a woman. Am I lying? It's facts. Thank you. It is celestial forces and your spirit guides, your own unconscious majesty, that's going to reveal this for you. Not so that you get angry, so that you deal with it accordingly and appropriately, aligned with integrity. Oh, yeah. Because let me tell you something. Far away, people put on an intimidating mask. When you pull up to them in person, it changes. And let me tell you something. I don't care, because some of you are going to be exposed to people that have like weapons and they put on this tough facade. And this is where I say, do you really walk this spiritual path or not? Because, you know what I'm saying? Daniel got thrown into the lion's den, but he made it out that mo. He made it out that mug. All right. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did not worship the king, got thrown into the fire, but they made it out. So you're going to confront people that put on this facade, that act like, oh, I'll get you, I'll make you found missing, I'll shoot you with my gun, and you won't even need weapons. That's my prophecy for you. You won't even need weapons. Like, hold me accountable to this. This is my promise to you. These people who are revealed are weaklings. Doesn't matter what facade they have. They might flex that they have these weapons. You will go in with no weapons and you will walk out untouched, because the power you're rocking with, the support you're rocking with, is beyond any of the petty stuff that's being purported to make you not believe in yourself, directly and or indirectly. This is factual. Word to Sheesh the Beast. Period. DT. Period with a capital DT at the end. Okay, and the tribe you're walking with, word to Jenny Afon. Woo! So 240 a.m., okay, Pacific Standard Time, Mars is going to be, the moon is going to be in Capricorn. When the moon enters Capricorn, okay, the moon will enter 1 degree Cap by like 4 a.m. So if some of you need to set an alarm or anything, you can do that. I suggest you wait until the conjunction, to be honest. The 1 degree conjunction at like around 4 a.m., it's going to enter Capricorn too, but the 1 degree conjunction will be exact 4:30 a.m. Perfect. 4:30, 4:33-ish. Okay. Okay. 4:33 Pacific Standard Time, the moon will be exactly conjunct Mars in Capricorn. All right. When this is conjunct, I want you to take what you've written down. If writing it down is Aquarius because it's fixed air, reading it, thinking about it, and reading it is Gemini, Libra. So at that time, I want you to feel into your greatest self. I want you to look at what you've decided, envision that you have already accomplished it. In that state, feel and read what you wrote in that state as you've accomplished it. Read what you commit to Saturn as we've petitioned, okay? And then that's it. I have Mars in Aries. It's a fire sign. I'm going to read it. I'm going to burn it. And I'm going to keep it in my heart. If you want to keep this contract, you can keep it. Okay? Just make sure if you keep the contract, read it again on the 31st when it conjuncts Saturn in Aquarius. If you want to flush it down the toilet, you can do whatever you want with it. I'm going to be honest. But you must read it. Set an alarm if you have to. If you're not able to be up that late, as long as you do it any time that the moon is in Capricorn, you're straight. Even if you do it a little bit before, I'd like to. Perfect. That's it. All right. Going to put this on my altar. Oh, I bring the last one. Damn. I just ran out of tea lights. Damn. For sure. All right, yo. Appreciate you, Maggie. So thank you, guys. We're going to conclude this transit talk here. Now I'm going to step into pulling cards for all 12 signs and this super chat. Okay. Once again, minimum for super chat donations, $20 for 3 cards. And also I have my PayPal open. If any of you would like live readings, Maritza, I got your payment. Patricia, I got your payment. Rachel, I got your snapshot transit report. Looking forward to that. And Rebecca, I got your payment too. Ashley, thank you. I got your order. Awesome. I'm going to say this one more time because Some of you, some of you have been conditioned to like believe so less of yourself, and that's not your fault. Like you've been around people who have effectively brainwashed you because you haven't been around people who see you as you are. And so you've been ostracized, you've been seen as an outsider, and you don't have people you can talk to about your development. Okay. Rio got the cosmic energy tune up. I can't wait for that. It's going to be amazing. Awesome. Let me see when you scheduled that. Wait a minute. Rio Callens, please let me know if you are able to schedule it because I don't see it on the I don't see it scheduled. Actually, I don't see that scheduled too. One moment, guys. That's when I get this ready for the readings. I'm going to once again. Oh, nice. I'm gonna once again send you guys pull cards for each of the signs first. Perfect. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we have a problem. Those of you who just ordered from me, I don't see that you scheduled anything, and it should have had you do that. So expect an email from me soon. Rio, Rachel, and Ashley. Okay. Let me see what's up with that real quick because I'm a little confused. Shorty got hips, shorty got thighs. Yeah, what the hell? Dun, 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 dun. Thank you guys for your patience so far. Oh, I see. No. Yeah, I do not know how you guys did that. So I'm gonna have to contact y'all soon. That's interesting. Ashley and Rachel, no worries. I'll be able to I'll schedule that for you, but Rio, I'm gonna email you very shortly. Okay. That's so interesting. Other than that, Mercury retrograde strikes again. This is some Mercury retrograde shit, y'all. All right. Other than that, yeah, my payment processor, I need to get a merchant provider. Let me tell you how real this war is for me, y'all. I bank with Stripe. I used to use Stripe. The reason why I have a merchant processing thing, and please, if any of you read, if any of you take transactions from people to do readings, let me know if this happens to you. Twice now. I use Shopify and I use Wix. Shopify uses Stripe, which is a bank merchant processor, and Wix does too. After 2 years, they told me that my business is high risk. Because I do fortune telling and psychic readings, even though I just be doing consultations and I read tarot, they think my business is high risk. Even though they can look at my record, I've had no chargebacks, nobody's refunded. Okay. I have not frauded anybody, but they consider me high risk and they don't want to do business with me. So I literally have to find another merchant processor who thinks that I'm not high risk enough. The Leo King uses Stripe. So it's not really because, okay, Bonnie, I see that kicked you out too. It's not really because, you know what I'm saying, I'm a psychic, because there are other people who I guess knows some people there who he can do it. Okay. But other than that, I've just been getting like crazy interference as far as that, where I will not even get explanation. PayPal thankfully didn't do that to me. But Carolyn B, it's not high risk. This is the thing. Brett, they said, Brett, maybe it's how you define your business, which I thought so, but it's just it's discrimination. And they're hiding behind a corporate veil to discriminate who they allow, because they seem to have made a lot of money with them. And I guess they just don't want their reputation hit, but they're trying to say that I'm some kind of psychic fortune teller. And Carolyn, they're really just jealous. So I'm in the process of shifting my merchant processor, opening up a business bank account. Once that's officialized, I'll be able to kind of get back in business. But that's the reason why, it's been difficult for you guys to use your credit card, because they're really at this point just interfering me. I'm gonna just be honest. That's why it's weird to you guys. I can spot bullshit. My moon's on Neptune and Uranus and Cap. I know when I'm being played with. So, thank you guys for your support. Bonnie, I'm glad to see I'm not the only one that's been happening to too, because the whole notion of high risk business exists. If you're selling like marijuana products or CBD, they want to make sure that their interest is okay, but they have no business, doing that with me. I would file a complaint, but they're going to give me that stupid corporate hoorah and be like, oh, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do about it. So I'll play that game for now. It is what it is. I know it's bullshit. I'm playing that game for now. I'm going to pull 12 cards. I'm going to fortune tell for you. Yeah, I'm high risk. No, I told them specifically, I'm a consultant agency. I'm a consultant business because I do consultations and I sell merchandise. And they don't care. Oh, we see you're doing astrology readings. You motherfuckers don't even read astrology. You don't even know if it's fortune telling or not. You're making that shit up. You're just putting me in a box. That's why I say I'm not in a spiritual community. You just put me in a box and you don't have any substance with what you're saying, but it is what it is. You're right. Stop claiming the negativity. Walking miracle, respect. Thank you. I see. I let my anger get out. It is what it is. What's up, Avery? So other than that, one more time. I'm going to say this one more time, which is so ironic. You have just written down what you decide, okay? What this is undeniably going to do, now that you've written down what you decide, is it's going to bring up all the obstacles and ops in your life and get ready to go to war. Get ready to go to war with them. But is it going to be a war? No, you're going to pull up and you're going to make it happen. Now, the thing is, okay, you're not pulling up on them so that you can beat them up. You're pulling up on them so that you can address it. What they do after you address it and make it clear, that's their karma. What you're going to do is pull up on them and say, hey, I know you're doing this. This is your first and last warning. Stop. If they want to be like, what you going to do? What you going to do? You don't have to fight them. You don't have to take action into your own hands. You are representing a higher force. Let them know this is your first and last warning. I know this is what you're doing. What's up? What are we going to do about that? And you're going to expose their character and any lack of integrity they have or have. And it's as simple as that's all you have to do. That's all you got to do, period. And you'll see them expose their true colors when you call them out, okay? Because mind you, they were already operating from behind your back. These are cowards that don't have the courage to confront you. So when you confront them, they're going to feel the pressure, okay? Just saying. So I'm going to pull 12 cards based on your zodiac sign. This is going to let you know what Mars and Capricorn is going to be like for you and how this is going to manifest through your spirit. So for Aries, okay, we have the 10 of Swords. It's the end of a difficult situation. This is going to kill any and everything that is based on falsities and bullshit. Aries, This might actually end certain facets of your life if it's out of integrity too. But any difficult situation that you've been in is finally done. And because this is in your 10th house, this is going to manifest in financial independence and abundance through this process. That means by March 31st, if you are poor, you're going to be rich. If you have a lot of money, you're going to have a lot more money. Okay. So you're deading the bullshit and you're manifesting wealth independently. Not I put my hand out and I expect it from people. Wealth you make yourself. Okay. Which you all about that, Aries. So I already know. Taurus moon. Sorry, Taurus rising. Get you some Aries. Taurus, you're coming into your power. You are stepping fully into your power. Okay. You know you're powerful, but have you at this point in your life experienced the max potential of your power? That's what you're stepping into. You're claiming your authority, and whether through the influence of a father figure, you are coming into a bit of rigidity, but defining more clearly the authority you possess. Because the motto of Taurus is, I have. Yup. What's up, Taurus gang? What's up, Taurus gang? You know what you're manifesting? Victory. Because you know what's going to happen? You're going to step up into this power, and some people are going to be like, who do you think you are? Why are you so stuck up? I used to be able to do all sorts of stuff around you. How come you feel like you're so important? You know what you're going to tell them? Because I am, bitch. Because I am. Get off my dick. You're going to tell them to get off your dick. I don't care if you're a woman. You're going to tell them to get off your dick. Okay? This is so important. The power that you're establishing threatens other people's connection with you in whatever way they see you. Because anyone who acknowledges this is not going to be getting at you like this. So you are going to manifest victory by stepping into your power and standing up for yourself, for your right to stand into that power. Thank you. Gemini rising. We have the Two of Wands. So this is very, very, very similar to Taurus. Taurus is going to become the embodiment of their power. Gemini, you are going to actualize your power and manifest your vision, your unique vision into the world. The Two of Wands is all about deciding what you want. And you're going to have the world in your hands. You're going to ascend yourself to a level of power that manifests fortune and rewards. But the key here is to be focused on what it is you realistically want to manifest. What is it that you desire? Focus your mind on this. And this is going to allow you a whole new way to perceive your situation through surrender. You're going to surrender to the stuff you can't control. And through not trying to control it, you're going to come into a much more enlightened understanding of it. And also make prophecies that will come true and receive prophecies that will come to pass. So what you're surrendering to your higher self that's guiding you through this process. Cancer. Ooh. Ooga booga. By the way, after I draw for all 12 signs, I'm going to draw one specifically for you watching this, okay? It'll apply to all of you, but it's specific to you, okay? And then I'll go into the super chat. Cancer, here we go. Ooh. My bad. Cancer, we got the 9 of Cups. Look at you. You are stepping into satisfaction. And what you're creating is literally everything you want. You're manifesting your wish come true. But it's less about that. It's more about being satisfied too. Like you're going to be so happy. This is all directly based off the actions you take to get here. And what you're manifesting is an undeniable, unshakable trust in yourself, where you rely on your own expert advice and the introspection that you spent your whole life taking finally pays off because you manifest situations that you created for yourself and will really just allow you so much more divine insight. The Hermit card for you, Cancer, is like making up your own technique that no one can steal from you, and that will forever be yours. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to the Aries mixtape, #1, baby. Leo. Before I go on to Leo, trust me, what's very frustrating about this, the reason why some of you get frustrated with these attacks from dark forces is because you can feel it, but it's hard to pinpoint where it's coming from. It's hard to pinpoint, and it's like, what the hell? Like, you feel frustrated. I promise you, they will not hide in the shadows no longer. You will be able to do something about it. But that's not your priority. Your priority is your mission. So just know you are on the battlefield. A ninja endures. Endure the burden. And when it is time to confront it, be ready. Just stay ready. That's it. Leo, because they will get theirs. I promise you. Ooh. Judgment wanted to come out for you. So Leo, we do see some awakening in the mix. All right. We also have the 9 of Cups for you. Okay. So your wish is coming true too. But whereas Cancer is taking action to create what they desire, you are having satisfaction. This is more about living a lifestyle around what you want. So it's not like you just make your wish come true. It's every day of your life. You live a lifestyle where your wish always comes true. All right. Leo has the strength to pull this off. We also have the Queen of Cups. So what you're manifesting is a very compassionate individual who understands your emotions and nurtures your emotions. Or this could be you, where you're developing such a deeper mastery of your psychic ability and opening up the stage for deep love. Queen of Cups is actually a great romantic card, but it's opening up the stage for deep love because of your emotional maturity and intelligence and mastery. Oh, wow. Virgo. Virgo, we got the Lovers card. We got the Lovers card for you. So this isn't just being with your soulmate and marriage, although it is. It's more so creativity. And this makes sense. Where is Mars? Your 5th house of what you love. What's up? So not only are you going to create this for yourself, but you're going to step into the full expression of your talents to where you're fully immersed in what you love doing with who you love doing it with. Bow chicka wow wow. And what you're manifesting, similar to Taurus, is your greatest power. You're manifesting definite authority, where you might be so good at what you're talented at, you become an authority of it. That type of thing. You might become an expert piano player to where you're so good at playing a piano, you have the authority to teach and say things about piano because you're that good. Okay. So this is manifesting through aspects of a father influence or figure, divine masculine presence in your life, but more so the divine masculine presence through you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Libra. Libra. Interesting. Libra, this is in your fourth house. So what you're creating, ironically, is weaving through illusions, weaving through the fog in your life, and dealing with any escapist tendencies. Okay. This is actually really interesting because it comes with the Five of Cups. So let's just say there's a whole host of negativity and regrets that you're clearing out, but may inadvertently have to actually go through. The only thing is, the Seven of Cups is also altered states of consciousness. So if any of you have been dealing or struggling with addictions, or once again, dealing with beings that require altered states of consciousness, this is where we get to the more, how do I say it, abstract qualities of the Seven of Cups. It's also the card of fantasies and having multiple choices, but despite its escapism from reality, it's dealing with your emotions. And Libra has to deal with some of the most incredible fourth house energy with Cap. So it's going to get you to the root of stuck feelings that will have you really make peace with them. So this looks sad and this looks diluted, but you're clearing this energy. Okay. If anything, the sad energy could be people you attract. So you might not be the deluded one. You might be attracting people who are escaping and sad, and through your power, you clear away their illusions with your logic, and you also advise people to really move on from negativity. So this, it doesn't have to be you. Just keep that in mind. Scorpio. Thank you, Sebastian. Holler. Scorpio. We also have the Three of Cups for you. So Cancer, Leo, Scorpio, this is wish fulfillment. Scorpio, yours is a little bit both like Cancer because it's a water sign, but like Leo because it's a fixed sign, where you're stepping into manifesting a lifestyle of your wish come true. This is less your lifestyle, though, and more attitude. For Leo, it's the lifestyle. For you, it's an attitude. You walk around knowing that you manifest what you want because you got it. Like you are the sauce. Libra has the sauce. You are the sauce. Okay. The sauce is the first house. But you are manifesting, once again, very powerfully, your wish come true with this. But you know what's interesting? Cancer got the Hermit. So everything that they get that they want is going to really highlight their own individuality and help them create something that no one can take from them. For Leo, they're going to master their emotional intelligence through this. Have you heard of the saying, sometimes when you get everything you want, it's because the devil presented it to you, or something like that? Let me pull that up. All right, never mind. I guess it's not. All right. I got the devil. So you're going to get your wish come true, but I don't want to present this as to where you have to make a deal with the devil. You're going to step into satisfaction, but you have to make sure that you don't fall for temptation. Because Scorpio, temptation is going to come through. I don't know how to put this. It's almost as if like the feelings that you feel, it's almost as if the feelings that you feel are directly triggered because like you get what you want, but it's like in order to get what you want, you have to pass the test where you don't allow your shadow to take control. And it's tied to addictions and whatnot, to make sure your feelings of satisfaction aren't tied to short-term gratification. And also so that, once again, you really just take control and mastery over this dark force. Okay. So keep that in mind. Woo. I'm going to pause this right here. Before I go to Sagittarius. If you are getting clear, see, I don't like to say this because some people may think it's more fantasy. If you are getting clear, telepathic, okay, messages and like telepathic voices and messages, not voices, but messages of people like dissing you or insulting you, comment a fire sign emoji. Like, do you pick up telepathically almost, and it should feel like it's coming from a shadow place, like it's not revealing it, but like you sense it. Is this just me? Or like, do you feel this too? Is this real for you? Okay. And I'm not talking about you hear random voices. I'm not talking about you just hear random voices. I'm talking about focused messages telepathically given. Okay. Fuck those people. That's all I have to say. Fuck where that's coming from. Fuck those people. All right? Period. Especially if you snap back. You are not crazy. You are hearing it for real. Trust me when I say. The reason you are hearing it is for it to trigger you. It's being said to trigger you and to get you angry. Okay? You don't need to acknowledge it, because the time is coming where you will confront the source of that, and they will duck, hold their tail between their legs, and be shook when you pull up. Not because of you, but because of the energy that rides with you. And they'll see it when you pull up for real. This is why they're doing what they do from a distance. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? You feel me, baby? Okay. 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 All right. Okay. Okay. Usa, trust me when I say, baby, it's over for them. And they know it's over for them. So all they can do is just lament at how you are glowing up. But their whole life is meaningless. You live a meaningful life. That is why they hate it. Period. Other than that, there's no merit. So don't take it serious. Let them talk their shit. This could be a subconscious influence. Let that energy talk its shit. You don't have to nurture. You don't have to. You can even react angrily to it. Just remember what it is. Period. The audacity. The audacity. Ooh. Ooh. That's all I gotta say. All right. Sagittarius. What's up? The magical archers. I'm channeling that cardinal energy. I don't think these people know it's the turning point. Like, I've been waiting for this my whole life. No idea. Sagittarius. We have the judgment card. Sagittarius, you've had it difficult because you're an ascended being in a postmodern society where not everyone is ascended. Okay. And so you're having to deal with the reality where you don't fit in. You're a god trying to be a human. And every time you try and do that, it fails miserably. So are you going to be who you know you are? Because you know if you be who you know you are, you're going to be the leader. And you're going to do stuff that's going to put you in the front lines. And you may not want that. So you hide your glory. Well, you can't hide your glory anymore because this is awakening. You are creating a complete awakening, Sagittarius. The scales, the blindfolds, they're all gone. You're manifesting a complete and definitive breakthrough out of every limiting belief and thought. Sagittarius, you have put mental blocks on your own self just so you can fit in with the rest of the collective because you're tired of being the wild one. You're tired of the fact that Aquarius is the only one you can really talk to, and sometimes Libra. And so you've put blocks on yourself. And this is going to remind you, stop doing that. You are the light that we see shine. You're true north. You're supposed to be the one that no one else can be. It doesn't matter. Like Sag, you're the one that cannot dim your light. And you know what? Some of you Sagittarius have been dimming your light. And now you don't know. Now you feel stuck. Like, you know what you got to do. Oh, judgment call. Are you going to answer the judgment call? Sagittarius, this is 100% related to manifesting aspects of your power that you know will freak people out, because then they'll know, oh, she goddess. Oh, he God. Oh, and you're not going to be able to fit in with people the way you did. Why the fuck are you trying to fit in with people? You're the most amazing zodiac sign ever. You need to be that. Okay, period. Capricorn. Capricorn. All right. We have, you know what? 2 cards came out. And this is very important because they're both, okay. This is the card of the Temperance, but this card came out with this. And let me tell you why this is important. I guess it applies to moon signs too. You see this? This is coming out of thin air. You see this? This is Archangel Michael. This is Sagittarius. If you look up Vertigo Comics, Archangel Michael is the twin brother of Lucifer. Lucifer has absolute will. Lucifer, created by the presence, is able to manipulate anything that exists and shape it to whatever. But Lucifer cannot create something out of nothing. He needs his brother Michael to do that. See, Michael can create something out of nothing, but he needs Lucifer to shape what he creates. Forget that lore. I need you to understand that Temperance with Sagittarius is all about making something out of nothing. So the fact that we got this means that you're going to be creating value out of thin air. This now makes you effectively richer than anyone else that exists. Even if they have more money in the bank than you can make your money instantly liquid because you are employing alchemy to create something out of nothing. This is controversial as fuck, and you must embrace it. You know who embraces controversy? The Queen of Wands. Look at her. Women are not supposed to sit with their legs open. She don't give a fuck. She's gonna do it anyway because she knows she's amazing. And you're not gonna tell her what to do. Okay? So I need you to embrace this, Capricorn. This is next level alchemy. It doesn't have to be that you're creating $100 out your palm. You could be creating billion-dollar ideas and you're shitting them out. $1 million ideas. new income streams. That's why temperance is here, because you're going to balance this. And let me tell you what this means. Creating matter out of nothing. That's supernatural, baby. And you see this, the Queen of Wands? This is you manifesting a counterpart who's hot. She gorgeous, okay? I think for a lot of you, Caps, this is you. This is success in business. This is the success that comes rapidly, overnight. Even though the Queen of Wands has worked years for what she got, to other people, it looks like it came overnight. Similar to if you can print money. All right, Aquarius, right? That would be Capricorn's superpower. 5th house Taurus. I can manifest money physically through my 3rd house Pisces, imagination, materializing through the 5th house. Bam. Aquarius. You like that? Aquarius. And then Virgo, 9th house. All right. By the way, Earth Gang, the reason why, someone already said this in the chat, the reason why you're getting this dark force energy is pure jealousy. That's it. It's irrational because they're just jealous of you. And so some of you may not have that healthy of a view of yourself. And you're like, why are people with more influence, money, and fame jealous than me? That's because the clout and fame that they have is superficial. Inside, they're lame as hell. They're losers. Like they don't have any substance. And so they see you with way less than they do, genuinely living your life, and they're jealous. And this applies to people with less than you too. Aquarius. Aquarius. Oh my God. I got my wand. I don't know if you're talking about the right wand, but I got it from an art district in Las Vegas downtown. All right. Cancer, Leo. Cancer, Leo. Was it Virgo? No. Cancer, Leo, Scorpio. Cancer, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. We got the 9 of Cups. Okay. Aquarius, for you, it's similar once again to Leo and Scorpio. Okay. Yep. You're stepping into unknown territory because of the other card that I pulled. All right. Had to look up the meaning real quick. It comes with the moon. So this is super, supernatural. Okay. Think about it. For Cancer, what they're manifesting is something that no one else can take for them. For Leo, it's a lifestyle. My wish is coming true is a lifestyle. I do this. For Scorpio, it's an attitude. The way that I think manifests what I want. For you, this is your spirituality. It's supernatural, baby. It's supernatural. You're manifesting what you want as a direct implication of your psychic ability. And as such, you must trust in the unknown. And this isn't telling you to trust. This is saying that all the time you spent trusting is finally paying off. Mars is transiting your 12th. Right. This is the transcendent manifestation of a lifetime. The dreams that you've been having for years, manifesting. The intuitive direction that has been guiding you for years, manifesting. All right. Everything you have ever wanted, you're manifesting. For Leo, it's a lifestyle. For Scorpio, it's an attitude. For you, Aquarius, it's your whole spirituality. All right. It's your supernatural power. You can warp reality. Anything that you wish for, you make real. Am I capping though? Am I capping, or is this not facts? Aquarius, I need you to tell me right now that I'm telling the 100% truth. Your superpower is anything you wish for, you make. And we know this is true. What's your second house? Pisces. You literally manifest through the wish energy, dreams, intentions, okay? That there is proof alone that you are a sovereign, supreme being above everyone else. Because look up, what's above everything else? Space. And that's who you are, Aquarius. That's what you represent. You're the spirit of the stars. All right? Respect, salute. Forget all these people making you out like you some weirdo or crazy. Only reason why you crazy is because you got to deal with people out of integrity. You have the superpower to manifest any wish that you want. But the moon means it has to align with your subconscious mind. And if it doesn't, you just have to go within. Finally, Pisces. Some aquas be really evil, though. Yeah, it's the sign of evil genius. Yeah, most people don't even know the aquas in their life are evil because they do everything with a smile. I'm not saying that they're fake, but it's just the level of evil genius that will help you along your path until you find out the twist that they were the bad guy the whole time. That's why Aquariuses that are in integrity and not evil are the ultimate beings. Like that, like an Aquarius that is not corrupted, a Capricorn that's not corrupted, a Pisces that's not corrupted are like the highest level of divine beings ever. Because it's corrupted, it's an absolutely evil energy. All right. Ooh, Pisces. Ooh. Ooh. Pisces. You got some lit shit. I do not pardon my language. Pisces, this is dope. Hold on. Let me find out. Pisces, you're going to be true to yourself, sneaky. Okay, with a few cards from the Suit of Wands, this card brings great advances in business. In fact, paired with the Ace of Wands, this is one of the best omens for succeeding in your business that the tarot has to offer. The hell am I talking about? Well, we got the Seven of Swords, baby. Moon in Aquarius. You have some strategic action to take. I'm going to say all the negative tropes of this Seven of Swords because that's what you have to do. So on its own, this energy is sneaky, it's manipulative, it's deceptive. You're breaking the rules. You might even be stealing some ideas. But what I really see this as is you're working on your own. And let me tell you why this is important. On its own, it's deceptive. In context, you might have to be that way, like a spy, right? A spy protecting the interests of their own nation has to be deceptive. What they're doing isn't bad, all right? But let me tell you how this applies to you. Because you know what you're manifesting? That new shit. You're manifesting that new. What you're manifesting is so new, so original, so amazing that if you tell other people, they're going to steal your idea. So you have to do this on your own. You're stepping into potential that is ready to lead a whole generation. Ideas, business ideas, new starts to stuff that are so important. You have to look behind your back and be like, has anyone seen what I'm doing? Holy shit. Because you're going to work way better on your own. You manifest Aries, individuality. So keep that in mind. That's really dope. All right, I'm gonna pull one card for you now. That looks like how Riri acting. That's hilarious. Yeah, Riri's about to drop a classic album on y'all. That's why in secret, like all the work you're doing is behind closed doors. So you're making your moves in silence. Boom. Steal the modified idea he stole. Amen. That's hilarious. All right. I'm going to pull a card for you now before I get into the super chat. So for you, holy shit. All right. That's amazing. The same thing happened to Capricorn. I pulled 2 on accident. Okay. Can you guess what I pulled for you? What are the odds? The unification of masculine and feminine energy, Mars and Venus, and they're going to be trying. So for some of you, this is you manifesting your relationship with your divine counterpart. Here's the eight of swords, but it comes with the teamwork card. Releasing blindfolds and working together. This is the card for all of us. We're integrating the masculine and feminine. If you're the emperor, you're manifesting the empress in your life. If you're the empress, you're manifesting the emperor in your life. You're both manifesting each other. Shout out to Joy Rosa. I know you're gonna love this. I know you're gonna love this. Okay. You're manifesting being an expert in your field, clear, concise knowledge with this is the card of Aquarius. The sun is at the tail end of Aquarius, and also the high priestess. So you have keen, sharp intellect, but also intuitive spiritual wisdom. Once again, Emperor, Empress baby. All right. What you talking about, Willis? Thank you guys so very much. I think this is my favorite transit talk I've ever done. The best majors. All right. Love each and every single one of y'all. Thank you. Okay. Be prepared. It's going down tonight. Tonight, out of all nights, it's going down. And if you're ready to step into your power, just know you deserve everything you desire. And it's not up to anyone else and their lame ass opinions who are not in your life building with you to make you feel any less than yourself. Let them know that they can get pulled up on. And this telepathic influence that you've been dealing with, as soon as the moon goes into Capricorn, you're going to finally be able to begin the cycle of reclaiming control and power, baby. Doesn't matter how lame anyone thinks I am. I have been in business for over 5 years, and not once have I ever defrauded a single person. I won't say any names. You know who I'm talking about. There are people with hundreds of thousands of followers or subscribers on YouTube who to this day take money from people and don't give the services they offered. Some of you have been gypped 200, 300, 150, right? So I can say with less than half of those subscriber base numbers, I've never defrauded anybody. You can think I'm a loser. You can think I'm a lame. But if there's one thing I'm not, it's a fucking fraud. It's a scammer and it's a scam artist. And that's integrity, baby. Integrity walks. That is the pride and power I can walk forward with. Walking high in my head, owning up to any mistake I've ever made in my life, taking responsibility for any mistake I've made, but knowing I'm that dude. And I have you to thank for that, for believing in me. Where other people wanted to play me like I'm some weirdo with no skill, you believed in me. And we're able to experience this victory together. I'm going to go into the super chat now. Thank you very much. Once again, the link is in the description box below. And let's get it. I'm going to do super chat first, and then I'm going to do PayPal. Cool. Barty, channeled message on love life. I'm going to pull a romance oracle card for you. Thank you, Jennifer. Barty, we have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. That means things might be unclear right now, okay? But know that you're manifesting a relationship with a strong magnetic attraction, okay? Chemistry. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Barty Sharma. Beautiful message. You're hilarious. All right. Carrie Ann Pearl. All right. Thank you for saying, Carrie Ann, thank you for admitting that you feel awful. Because knowing that, shout out to Maruma too. I just shot a horoscope for her. It's gonna come out on this channel soon. It's one of my best that I've done for her. Shout out to Sun Soul TV. Carrie Ann, knowing that you have an 18-degree Capricorn rising, my heart goes out to you as a Leo sun and moon. Fight that good fight. You are in the midst of breakthrough. You have all the most intense energies on you right now. So congratulations for making it through. Let's see what we got for you. All right, Carrie Ann, we got the the Two of Cups, which is actually manifesting mutual love for you. But is also very interesting because we got the Four of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Five of Cups. Okay. The Five of Cups is you walking into the addressing of old regrets. It's actually kind of bittersweet because you establish this connection and then it's almost as if there's regrets for connecting. And this keys me into this awful feeling you might be going through. Once you clear that, it's going to bring back a lot of the original positivity. But this is just meant for you to hold in retrospect and analysis of what went wrong. Because we're talking about a previous connection that went really well. And then, of course, you're stepping into looking at regrets. Once that's cleared, this will cycle around a lot more positively. So please let me know if that's accurate for you, because I'm definitely kind of curious as to how that plays out for you. Wait a gosh darn minute. All right, perfect. Zach Lentz. Perfect. It did get quiet, quiet. That's fucking hilarious. All right. Zach, we got the devil card. I want you to look at the daily post for today. This resonates with you doubly. You're taking back control of your life, but more so, you're reigning supreme over your shadow. You're going to have your shadow work for you and your rebirth through this process. The competitive energy and stagnancy, or rather like chaos, you're taking more of a back seat towards. I kind of like that the Seven of Pentacles is in the future, because you're going to be pausing, reflecting, and reevaluating based on this energy and brainstorming that has been generated for yourself. This is going to provide new insight and to adjust the direction that you're going through. And we want to see this through throughout the next 2 weeks. It's not going to really last long. It's going to be quick enough. Davida, NY. Davida, you are the Empress. And we do have the Six of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So the Empress is you manifesting abundance in your life by tapping into your inner beauty and actualizing it. But we also have you stepping into a bit of philanthropy. Instead of seeing this as past, present, future, I kind of see this as one continuous clip. And these are you kind of coming into different aspects and manifestations of your own energy and power. Leading into the Queen of Cups with emotional mastery, but I really just see this as you making certain passions of yours and hobbies actually, payable, opening up financial flow, manifesting your vision into the world, and just being ultra content with the influence that you're helping other people with. That really does show you out for philanthropy once again. And really loaning out money more than anything. Brianna K, any last minute intel going into this big week? That's what's up. So we have the King of Wands. I think this is the central figure that you're going to be dealing with, a passionate fire sign energy, if not a fire sign, a go-getter, someone who has the attitude of really being bold and defining their presence. It's a Leo energy. You're carving greater independence as this being an aspect of yourself, but it comes with the Ace of Wands. There's new passion opening up for you right now. Both of these are lovers cards. These are parted lovers. And this is like, love. I want to put this in reverse because the wand is going this way. This is going to spruce up life. If you're in a relationship that has no life, this Ace of Wands is going to rev up the creativity and passion once again. So I think that's with this King of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is in the present position. So it is speaking of either someone new or something that's happening. N-O dub. Thank you, Brianna. Sharon, a lot of stuff popping up to do with who I am in a past life with my twin and who he is in a past life from the past 48 hours. Gotcha. Sharon, we have the Eight of Cups. You're going to be walking away. You're going to be walking away, but it's not giving up. It's going on a side quest. You're going to be regaining a portion of your spirit slash soul, soul or spirit, soul journey, soul journey. You're going to be regaining a portion of your soul that you gave away for the collective. In your 3D experience, this is you going soul searching. What you're actually doing in a higher self way is you're recollecting portions of your soul, and we can call them fragments maybe, that will complete so that you can go back to the situation you're in renewed. Interestingly enough, we do have the, there is another card. We do have the same 3 cards, okay? So this is you falling back. It's like you see all this chaos, and it's like you reevaluating what needs to be done. But I want to get another 3 cards for you. You're reevaluating what needs to be done and analyzing based on the chaos it's having, because you have to come into your fragments, and you're going to be guided and led to each one. It's going to be a legit adventure. You're going to be guided to each fragment, and it's gonna have to do with resolving an issue of the energy that has, or person that has your fragment, so that they'll be okay without it. There are people who have been depending on your fragments. Okay, now it's time to take it back into you, and now it's time for them to walk on their own without depending on it. I got the same card again. You saw me shuffle this. That's wild. Okay, so now I got another same 3. I got the same 3 cards as who we pulled for just recently. So that's very symbolic. I'm gonna say both are true for you. The one I pulled before is before you get the fragments, and then this is after you get the fragments. You saw how before everything was chaotic and you had to fall back. Then you redevelop yourself, and then boom, you're going to insert yourself and be philanthropist and help people compassionately, okay, and really balance out those moments. So that's very powerful. All right, now I'm going to do the PayPal. Thank you guys for your patience. Maritza, I got you. Flat tummy tea. We got the 9 of Pentacles. Maritza Barajas, you are manifesting a greater level of independent financial income. You see this? This is you, super rich. It's the coins you saving. This is the coins that you can floss because you saving. Okay. This is even more interesting because what we have here is you having the law behind you, approaching artistically shadow energy, temptations, to where you can't just avoid the dark. Sometimes you have to be right next to it, but you have this integrity behind you so that you're going to be able to deal with this. What does this tell me? It tells me that you might be in an industry or getting this money in a place where there's not a lack of integrity, but there's a lot of temptation. Maybe there's a lot of shady characters around what you do. And that's not going to stop you from getting what you get. But in order to deal with this energy, you're coming with the full authority of balance and fairness in the law. Okay, very deep. This is what's going to allow you to deal with such characters without succumbing to the darkness yourself. It's very awesome. Patricia Chappelle Johnson. Awesome. Patty cakes. What's up, Green Rose Spirituality? I know the moon and Mars are in alignment. All right. Ooh, patty cakes, we got awakening for you. So this is initializing, activating, and awakening your grandest awakening. It's really great throughout this period to reevaluate every single thing that has occurred in your life up until this point, as this will lead you to the next step. Ooh, you like that? This is amazing. So you're not only awakening your true talents and skills at a greater level, you're using it to manifest abundance and sail towards a much positive future. The Six of Swords here is crucial. This is talking about sailing towards a positive place where you're distancing yourself from negativity, I'm going to pull up I think there's a deeper meaning to this that I'm not tapping into either. But that magician, it's all based on the magician. You're entering into calmer water, finding solutions. But I'm going to take this as you're moving in the right direction. You're awakening, you're answering the judgment call. You're taking a lot of your own talents and skills in order to celebrate and step and move into the right direction. I think this is perhaps one of the most positive pulls that I have, which is awesome. Woo! Conversion culture. Blessings, blessings, blessings indeed. Blessings all around. You stay blessed as always. And yeah, please enjoy the Mercury retrograde. Hopefully Mercury retrograde won't enjoy you too much. That sounded weird. Hopefully it won't, how do I say it, mess with you or the effects of it, okay? Yes, I swear to God, I'm not even surprised at this point. I'm not surprised at all. And I got this for you. Wow. You're stepping into even more serious money because I feel like you already have like ascertained like the Four of Pentacles, financial stability. But now this is just like rapper money. Like this is drug dealer rapper money you're stepping into. Like you about to be rich, rich. You graduate and we about to call you Big Fish. Okay. Bam. We have you with your intellect and professional approach. Okay, looks like you're just divine feminine out here, Rebecca. Damn. All right, conversion culture. The underlying theme of this is you not only stepping into your wealth, but this is you really becoming your higher self. Okay. This is moderation with the temperance, but I want you to see the strength and the Queen of Swords as different aspects. The Aries passionate side, the cool, calm cat moon side, all right, where you're very, very professional in your approach. Temperance is balancing your lifestyle, and you're going to be stepping into your passions. I actually want to read this excerpt for you. This is, all right, this is amazing. The blessing this card brings in the future position is the reassurance that whatever is pestering you in life now will soon come under your control. Strength in the future position represents a loving dominance of circumstances that may seem beyond your power at the moment. Long-time challenges will be met and mastered if you keep with the path indicated by the cards leading up to strength, which is temperance, which is good management and moderation. Okay, very well with this is so badass. It makes sense why you're going to be super rich because you clearly conducting integral and amazing business. The best part of this card is learned and getting to know and appreciate yourself. The woman in the strength card has the animal under control, but it is the look of peace upon the line that gives the card its greatest possibilities. There's no leash or shackle on the king of beasts. Your peacefulness and self-acceptance will arrive because you will see yourself as the world views you. All right. I love this. I'm gonna send you a picture of this too. This is awesome. It's not so much the imagery, it's like the feeling of it feels full and warm and like powerful. and just like abundant. So you guys stay blessed as always. This concludes the live readings. Thank you so very much once again for your patience, one and all. And you stay blessed as always. And until next time, peace.